Welcome to episode 6 of Too Much Thought podcast with your boy Austin Semo.
Semo is in the building.
You dig?
Yeah, it's good to have you, man.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
It's an honor.
What an experience.
We're excited to have you on, bro. Let's just dive right in then.
Cool. I guess we could say I'm Austin Semo from South Carolina.
If you don't know, now
If you
you
don't
know.
know,
If you don't know now, you will know.
Now you fucking know.
Hottest white rapper out of South Carolina.
Yes, sir.
Wow. It's crazy to see you starting a podcast. Let's start with that.
Yeah,
Well,
like we've known you for a while now. Like back in the day, before you weren't shit.
Yeah.
We definitely weren't shit.
Yeah,
and
we know each other for a very long time before everything got serious.
Yeah.
So it's kind of crazy to see you getting serious.
yeah, trying to start something new, man. And we're like I said, we're excited that you wanted to come on here because you've been doing this a while.
Mm-hmm.
You got your name out there a little bit. Making good music. And
I appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Always. And we've supported you for a long time, and I'm just glad you're supporting us now, bro.
It was,
Of course.
It was a process, getting to where you're at now. And like we talked about earlier, there was highs and lows, with everything of it coming into fruition. And I think that's what we are kind of on now is, the startup.
Like I said earlier, like once it clicks, it clicks.
Yeah.
And like when it does click, you got to be full speed.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you guys supporting me when I was full speed. Even if
Yeah.
I'm not full speed now, like you guys still support, and I plan to do the same for you. It's just like only thing I can tell you is keep full speed.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Consistency.
Yeah, like we were talking about, like consistency is key through anything, and I stay consistent. It's doing me decent. I wouldn't say crazy well, but I'm decent. So.
Hey, I mean, you're getting there, dude.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's a process.
There's a lot of stuff out there.
Yeah, like you said, and one of your songs on YouTube, I mean, it's got over 100,000 views on it.
Yeah, I
dude.
think
Yeah.
we hit Good Vibes. It was like 165K. 165.
Oh, that's
Damn.
crazy.
It's crazy being from where we're from.
Yeah.
And trying to get everybody to listen to it, and then getting a video with decent amount of views, but it's all from people that's not from where we're from.
Yeah, that's what I talked about when we first put out our podcast, whatever. And we got people that know us, that follow us, whatever. Mm-hmm. And we thought we'd have at least 100, 120 views.
Yeah, our first video.
Yeah, just from the people we know. And then after that, we posted. We realized we're not gonna get big from people of Spartanburg. It's more the people around.
We gotta reach out more.
I always try to think there's like 7 billion people on Earth, and like all you really need to get popping is 1 million views.
Yeah.
And it's like whatever the percentage is so little. And but if you put yourself in the fishbowl, you're not gonna grow. And that's what I struggle with so many years of being in Spartanburg, or even if this is somebody else's case, a small town.
You feel like you was limiting yourself.
Yeah,
being
and
here?
that's exactly what you do without even realizing it.
Yeah.
And once you go and move out, or even just go visit somewhere else, you notice like when you so like if you go on a vacation and you come back, you have that spark. You're like, ooh, I want to like go back or do this. It's what it is like you went into another fishbowl for once in your life, and you realize how big that bowl is and what there is to do in that fishbowl, and then you just want to go back.
Yeah.
It's hard putting yourself back in a cage when you've been let out for the first time in your life.
Yeah. It's better to be a small fish in a big ocean than a big fish in a small pond. Cause
Exactly. Facts.
you stay stagnant.
I just feel like where we're from, the mindset of people is different. Like, oh, go get you a good job and live.
Yeah.
And that's all they want to
basic
do.
life
Live comfortable.
and, Some people just want
Retire
more.
at 60.
There's nothing wrong with that, but
Yeah, there's nothing wrong. It's just not for me.
My bad, guys.
It's just not for me.
That's like a big thing for me is, especially like where we're from, is you have to like watch your surroundings. Like everybody just owns a restaurant, an AC unit business, or they own something, and it's like I don't want to own one thing. I want to own like 15 things.
Yeah.
I want to be able to sell myself in a sense. You know what I mean? Like I want to create a brand.
Yeah.
Be the brand.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, and it's hard to get going, but once it gets going, and like you guys have snapped into that mindset.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's no you guys. Nobody could walk in here and tell you stop doing your podcast.
I'd say
They'll
fuck
get
off,
fucked
buddy.
up. Yeah, they'll get
See you,
fucked
buddy.
up.
Like, and that's what happened with me and my music since day one. I don't know what happened. I just started.
You had people telling you to stop?
Yeah.
Always.
Always. And,
Why do you think they were saying that?
I really think it was more of like a name thing. I feel like my name stuck so well in the city, and I feel like, I feel like it was more of a thing where like people like didn't you like you. I remember being in your apartment back in the day.
Yeah.
And playing different perspective before it even came out, and people's reaction would be like, "Who is this?" or "Damn, this is good." And I'm like, "It's me." Like you don't even realize it's me. You're the one saying this and that because you have the opportunity to say this and that. Mm-hmm. And like at the time, you know, skinny I was, how puny, like I wasn't even a man, barely just made it through puberty, you know. So it's like I couldn't do anything at the time, so I let my work speak for itself.
Oh yeah.
Started working harder than everybody else.
Well, yeah, I feel like a lot of people here, especially, you know, like they were just like you said, like they wouldn't even know it was you playing music, but once they like, oh, this is great. Well, who is it? All Semo, they'd be like, oh. You know, because I feel like nobody here wants you to win. You know,
it's because they knew me exactly. And it's like, bro, like this is what I think of all the time. It's like it's not what you do. It's just the fact that they knew you. They saw where you come from. They had the same availability and didn't do it. Yeah. So it pisses them off.
Because they probably think about doing it, but they don't have the fucking balls to start a podcast, start doing music.
Yes,
be consistent every single day.
It's also a market thing, too. My career, like where I started, I got so lucky. Before COVID, and it was when everybody we knew plus their friends were partying.
Yeah.
And that was, we'll talk about that. That was
like
you
had a
plan.
It's like you had a fucking mini show every fucking weekend.
And that was the vision.
Yeah.
Exactly. It worked.
Yeah.
You know?
Like you said, though, like back to this party thing, I just remember like a couple months out of the year, you know, Austin Semo is going to throw a party, and you just know there's going to be hundreds of people there.
It's crazy.
There's going to be buckets of liquor.
Shout out to Joey Pilato.
Yeah, shout out to that man.
Man,
I had a lot of great nights at that house.
Wow.
What did y'all always used to make? Y'all put it like in a cooler?
Jungle juice.
Jungle juice. What was all in that?
But basically what that was we went to Walmart. Yeah. Every party we were like, okay, I remember the first time we went to Walmart. This is so funny. We went and got everything. It was like $200 we all threw in. Forgot to get fucking cups.
Oh, God.
Like, couldn't put shit in there. We mixed, like, maybe 8 vodkas, 2 tequilas. And this is, like, not when you partied and be careful partied. This is, like, when you mixed everything and you just woke up the next day. Like, that's how you lived. And we went and got all this stuff and put it all together. And it was no intent to really get people, like, fucked up like it did. Oh, but, man. Bro, do y'all remember that shit?
It had people laying out.
I don't remember. That's how good it was.
I don't remember it either.
Man, and there'd be fruit like floating around in that liquid. If you got one piece of that, juice. You would be so fucked up.
Oh yeah, they just soaked all it up.
It was like
like taking a shot.
Like, people would come back and be like, "Did you put fucking Zans in this shit?" Like, no. Like, but basically, we just grabbed anything on the shelf, put it all together, and it always tasted good. And like, those parties were, bro, like that was the first time in my life I felt cool. Like, high school sucked, bro. I was made fun of my whole fucking life. Then everybody was like, oh, we're going to Austin Semo's party. And then what happened was I started seeing all these people remember, at first we started having them every week.
Yeah.
It was like every week. And then it would be like 10, 20 people. And then it'd be like 30. And then it was like the Halloween party.
And then it became an event after that.
The Halloween party. Bro, people still message me to this day. And they're like, are you going to have a Halloween party? I'm like, dude, I don't even live in that state anymore.
Because it was just, you had so much good times, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
everybody was comfortable at that house.
Exactly. Yes. You never had to worry about anything bad going on. You know, no bad
I wish
vibes.
you got to experience these parties.
I'm sad I missed out.
Oh, dude, they were Project X.
Yeah,
there's no lie.
Every weekend.
But I saw a market, and I was like, I'm about to start playing music at this thing.
That was smart.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, it went from people not knowing who I was, or if they did, they made fun of me, to I remember one Halloween party when the audio stopped working, and I had this clip in my phone. I would never delete it. Bro, they kept singing every single lyric to Red Wine. I like literally getting cold chills thinking about it. Like, dead ass. Yeah, and it was like weird, bro. Like, it was the greatest moment. Like, even now I did Wild Wings and I'm doing all this and that, like, when that party, that last one, everybody sang Red Wine, and they knew every lyric, and the music was not playing.
Yeah,
you knew you
that's
had
when I felt.
You
honestly, like, that's when I felt like I made it. Like,
it's
not meeting Lil Baby or meeting Gucci Mane, doing this and that, signing deals, whatever. That's what it's about. You know, knowing in my hometown that I did it. I did exactly what I said I was gonna do. Didn't feel like I did, but I did.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
And if you have these visions for the podcast, it'll happen.
We do. We all do.
It might look a little different. You might not realize it because it looks a little different. That's the thing that people don't understand. Is like when you do something really big, it doesn't look exactly how you envisioned it in your brain. So you kind of like belittle it a little bit.
Yeah.
But you have to accept it. If you don't accept your greatness, you'll never be the greatest.
Because I feel like it's so easy, like when you're creating something, to judge yourself harder than anything else.
Oh yeah, dude. And see, like, that's my biggest pet peeve is when people talk about my music in a negative way. It doesn't bother me because I know that there's always going to be haters. It doesn't matter if I flipped a coin a certain way that like they're going to be pissed. But it's like, you don't think I critique myself? Like, I'm the biggest critic of myself. I damn near hate myself.
Yeah.
99% of the time because I'm doing certain things.
Because you're trying to get better.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to find these little things like, well, let's get better at this. Let's get better at that. Mm-hmm. We have a meeting every Saturday where we just come in and talk about what we can do better for this next week. Yeah, what we got this. Mm-hmm. And when we watch the videos, be like, oh, when I was slamming my cup down, this was shaking. It's like every little thing. So every time we watch it back, we enjoy it. But it's more like, we're picking out.
Yeah, damn, why would you do that? And you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it feels like. Damn, why would you do that? Like, and then you beat yourself up over it. It's like, whatever. But at the same time, at the end of the day, if you didn't do that, you'd be a lazy slob.
Yeah. And nothing would be,
you gotta aim for perfect.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody's perfect, but you aim for that.
But complacency, I feel like it's like the worst thing like a person can do is trying to start something. Because if you just put something out and you just stay the same every time, like, how do you expect to grow without change, man?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like what I've learned in the last, like, I'd say 6 months is, I hate even saying this, but like the biggest realization you can have that you have in life, one of the biggest realizations you have is like realizing so many people that you've met you thought would be permanent or temporary, and how many people you thought were temporary or permanent.
Yeah.
Like so many people after, like, being real, like when I was in high school, I never thought I would be friends with Joey Pilato. I was like, he's a dick. Like, I just love him to death now.
It's like your brother now.
Yeah, it is my brother now, and it's like, damn. Like, I just like it feels like, what does it feel like? You blinked your eyes and yesterday we were graduating.
Well, sometimes.
And now we're like, now we're grown and about to be 25.
Mid-20s out here.
Yeah, and it's like we're starting brands and we're starting to develop stuff for ourselves, and like it's like.
Well, you see who conforms with that,
Mm-hmm.
And you see if somebody, your boys, y'all could be friends, like we talked about, partying, doing everything else. But when you start doing good for yourself and having a vision, a lot of people show themselves as either supportive and they're with you, or they're not.
Jealousy will show.
Jealousy always shows through the vines. And it's crazy to say support. Like, that's one thing I want to touch on too. I tell this to everyone, and now that I'm on a podcast, I'm gonna say it too. Without Joey Pilato, I would not have a career.
Yeah.
That man, like, if he didn't allow us to do that at his house, if he didn't allow the vision, if he didn't see the vision, if he didn't notice the vision, if he didn't smell the vision, then there would, I'd still be doing what I was doing, bringing in all that money and shit, getting in trouble. Like, so it was like, that's something I've always wanted to touch on, is like being thankful for him too, because
there's people that help you out in this journey.
Exactly. And it'll be the least people you expect. It'll be the people that like you'd be like, I would never fuck with him a day in my life, but that person might be like, hey, I'll invest $15,000 in you right now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's crazy. Like you said, I've never heard you say like you and Joey weren't close like that, because every time I see y'all around each other, bro, like,
it's like brothers.
Y'all have the vibes, man.
Yeah, it's just, what it is we're so, like, and this goes back to me, I was talking about permanent people and temporary people. Like, you might expect somebody to be temporary, but your vibe and your waveform match so well that it's going to be permanent. And Joe, like, I have a group of friends. We all have a group of friends, but we have like the 2 or 3 solid bros in the group that, like, if there was a big ass brawl right now, you're helping them and not them. You know what I mean? Hell like you guys and
we've been in that situation a lot. Where you gotta pick which friend group you go. Fight for.
And see, Joey was.
Without a doubt,
the guy you was banging with, one of those guys. So
without a doubt.
And I have some friends that I'm with every weekend that just aren't like that. Like, I just can't depend on them like that.
You can't, trust them.
They, like, I see them and I'm like, I love you to death as a brother, but when it comes to business, we're not good at business. Like, you have to keep it business and friends. Like, at the same time, if you don't, then like shit goes down south.
Yeah, that's why I feel like our podcast works so great. Is we're
all 3 down to business.
Yeah, we're all down to business, and we can all like.
Yeah,
we're all like super close, because I know if anything went down, I got these guys back and they have my back.
Exactly.
And we can do that and do business.
And we all have like different traits. We all try to bring our traits together and just make something great. Because I mean, that's what I feel like it is. Like if you try to do something by yourself, even if you have all the talent in the world, you know, all the resources even, but you just try to be a solo dolo, you know, it's just not going to work, man. Like you have to have a support system, a group of people like you trust around you.
Well, yeah, I mean, if I set up this podcast by myself, I mean, there'd be a lot of times where I think this way about an idea, and then they'll say something like, damn, that's perfect, you know?
Yeah.
And there's like missing pieces to the puzzle,
Exactly.
3 heads are better than one.
Oh, yeah.
So it all kind of works out.
So I had this question too for you.
Oh, for me?
Are those good? do you like Red Bull, like genuinely like for energy? I've never drank one and like had energy.
I don't like carbonated stuff.
I don't either. I hate it. Is that carbonated though?
I'll check it out. It's like lightly carbonated.
Oh,
That's
wow.
why I go for it.
Wow.
But
So
I love Red Bull.
So did you know that Celsius are like you can get them non-carbonated?
Really? And they still have the caffeine in them?
Yeah. Don't. That's
I
what.
didn't
That's the
know
one right there. So I didn't. The reason I'm telling you that is because I was drinking those. I'm not saying those are like really bad for you because I don't have much knowledge
They
about
probably
them.
are.
But
Yeah.
dude, those Celsius are fire. They're good for not good for you, but not bad for you, and they're not carbonated anymore. Like it just says non-carbonated on top.
Milligrams of caffeine. Those only have 80.
Fire.
Oh, so there's
Oh, man.
even more caffeine in there. Oh, y'all just
really?
might have switched my brand.
I was about to say, let's put you on
I'm
for a
always
second.
on Red Bull. I might
Semo
go
was
for
sponsored
Celsius.
by Celsius.
I look. Hey,
Episode
my
Give that dog a sponsor.
athletic ability, I should be.
Hey,
Give that
Pisses me
a
off. I've been
sponsor.
busting my ass.
I'll tell you what that like turns me off about, like, because I'm huge on like caffeine and stuff. Like I know it's not necessarily a good thing, but like I depend on it a lot, you know?
Dude, it was like a growing thing. Like it was like nothing I did as a kid. I drank coffee one day and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, it tastes good, but then I like didn't have caffeine one day and I was like, I have a fucking headache.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, what? Like I'm addicted like a grown ass man.
straight up
Legit
addicted. But what turned me off,
withdrawals.
like I saw the Celsius before, and like
It looked like White
I
Claws
like
from the
drinking
distance.
these C4 energies.
Do you drink that like to function or to work out? I drink that as a pre-workout.
I drink that to function.
Dude, that
bro.
stuff gets your hands burning.
Nah,
Like-
that's a weak pre-workout C4.
I'm a type of double scooper.
I'd be in there. Oh, you are?
Yeah.
I'm in
Yeah.
there just itching.
I love that feeling, bro.
Yeah, it's like stimulant. Oh man.
Like I chased that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And I saw the Celsius and it was like organic, and I was like, oh, it ain't gonna hit right. You know what I mean?
Did you
But
like it, though?
hey,
Did it hit?
I didn't try it, but I will now.
It's fine. Yeah, you should try it for real. It's more of like a you know what it reminds me of? It's not like a workout. It's like a literally if you had to do a podcast and had to have energy drink to talk, to think, to write.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's
Oh,
not
like a nice little drink.
it's
Get
a
little-
mind thing.
Oh,
It's
Yeah.
a mind thing. It's
You
not-
feel like it stimulates your mind more than
Oh,
your
definitely.
body.
Before I came here, the casual woke up, smoked, didn't eat right, Like so
Yeah,
I'm kind of
typical.
like out of it.
Yeah.
I drink one of those, I'm totally fine,
Yeah,
Back
snap
on track.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It snaps me back, exactly.
Yeah, I feel like those C4s, they affect your body. Your body's energized,
Yeah, C4 might
Your
throw you
mind's
off
kind of
track.
dead,
Yeah.
but it energizes your fucking body.
Yeah.
Better
I
than-
kind of want to touch on the smoking thing, dude. Honestly, like,
Yeah, let's do it.
I used to, I'm an advocate for marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a good thing.
Oh, y'all talking about dope?
I'm talking about devil's lettuce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
my God.
that stuff.
Sorry,
But,
guys.
I used to, like, when I was younger, like, it was more of, I wanted to smoke just because I felt like I needed to have it, and this and this and this. And, like, as I get older,
You live to smoke.
yeah, now I just use it, like, when, after a long day at work, or, I had, I'm just ready to chill, relax. I use
Yeah.
it.
Use it as a tool.
And I reap the benefits of it so much
Exactly.
more, man. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
See, my thing about smoking is like I work out 6 days a week, training MMA 3, and it has nothing. It's no excuse for me to smoke every single day. But when I get done with a workout and my pre-workout has me absolutely anxietied out off
Yeah.
the wall, even if it's during the day, I just like I need just a little. What it is like people. They think smoking is getting as high as you can in a short amount
Yes,
of time,
no.
and then you're geeked the whole day, and you don't
Yeah.
get anything done,
feel
and
lazy.
you feel lazy. That's too much.
You
But if you
honestly
can
got-
control it,
Yeah.
like you said, a tool, and like really like dial in and use it when you absolutely need it, it becomes.
And you need to know how much to.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
if you're anxious and you get so high, you're going to be even more anxious.
Yeah.
But you take a little bit, it's like
Exactly.
everything. It's like clears up.
I don't remember the last time I smoked a blunt. Like I just don't.
yeah.
It's the.
I hit dabs now, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really, and it's the bongs too. Like you can control the little dust you put in there. Smoke, bro. Like getting my ass kicked. Sorry about that. Getting my ass kicked after a long day of training and after working out. Like, bro, I can't tell you anything better. I lay in my bed.
Really?
I read a book. I'm like, okay,
you
I have
reading?
two. What'd you say?
What you reading?
I read a good bit of Max Lucado. He's a Christian author, but he like writes about anxiety and like maybe grief, stuff like that. When my grandpa died, like I found out one of his books. It's called Anxious for Nothing. One of the best books I've ever read in my life. Yeah. And it talks about being anxious for no reason in life. Yeah. Being anxious about your own emotions, being anxious about who you are as a person and how to overcome it. It was absolutely amazing.
You think it changed like your perspective?
It definitely did, because when my grandpa died, I thought the world ended.
Yeah.
That sucked really bad. Like that was...
Y'all were very close.
Yeah. Yeah, he was basically my dad. Like I lived with him from the time I was 7 until I moved out. And when I did, I would go back and see him. And right after he passed was like literally like... So I lived with him until I moved out or whatever. And then I started doing music serious. So from the time, like literally when I was chilling at your old house on 4th Street until... until he passed away, like I was barely going to see him. And I always used to tell my boys, I'd be like, I feel so bad, bro. I'm not, like, we're going to Atlanta this weekend. We got the show in this, we got the show there. We have this to do. I'm doing a walkthrough in this. I would literally like not go see him. And then like I would see him like once a month, and it would be like all this work piled up for me to do. And I just like dread it. And like, so like the last few years like of memories I have with him are just me feeling bad for not going to see him, and then one day he was just like killed.
Well, dude, you know, I feel like you might have thought like, oh, I should have seen him more, but I bet he was just so proud, like doing your own thing. Bro.
Exactly. I remember one of the last memories. This will actually open up another conversation. One of the last memories that I had with him was the first deal I was offered, like the first big deal from Alamo, and like it was like over $1 million, and I was like crying to him, and he was like he just couldn't believe it, and I that was like another moment in my career where I felt like I made it, and I was like, okay, like, cool. And then COVID hit, and of course the deal didn't work out. Yeah. And then he was...
Well, why do you think COVID affected it so much? Because you couldn't do live shows?
Well, yeah, that's that's number one.
Yeah, because...
And I had so much momentum after Wild Wings.
You did, because that's what, like you said, that's what started you, like, live shows. Yeah. That's what you've gotten really good at.
Exactly. And, like, COVID hit, and, well, for one, the label offices I was... offered by were in New York, so New York went to like a state of panic. They like shut down. There was like no anything. They like shut the buildings down. Like the guy from he's a guy named Joey. He's an A&R at Alamo. He like texted me. He's like, hey, have very sad news. He was like, your recording contract is no longer valid. We're having to shut down due to COVID. And like that's what I got. Like over $1 million deal on the table. Yeah. This is what I dreamed of. Yeah. This is the best day. Like literally just met Gucci Mane.
So where'd your mindset go after that?
It went down, but my thing is like this is where I failed myself. Was right when COVID hit. I moved into my apartment, my very first apartment by myself. And I had a full apartment, an extra room. I didn't do this. I didn't get on TikTok. And remember, TikTok was like booming. Bro. Yeah, TikTok was booming. People were coming now. TikTok. People were coming to me on TikTok, and they were like, bro, get on TikTok. Right? You'll be a millionaire before you know it. And I never did. And now I'm sitting here trying to post on TikTok. Yeah, you know, I'm like 2 years late. Yeah, and it's like, damn.
And it's harder. Like the longer you wait to hop on a wave, the harder it is to like catch.
If you see a wave, even thinking of forming, get on it.
Jump on it.
Whatever it is, Discord, whatever, I don't even know, bro. I just be signing up for shit.
Because these type of platforms, you know, they're popping for a certain amount of time, and then it seems like they're gone. Like I remember Vine. Like,
God, that was such a good.
That was such a good
app. Fucking love Vine.
Bro. And now it's on TikTok, and like I guarantee you there'll be something sooner or later, and like I want to be one of the first people just.
Yeah, y'all remember Facebook now? I mean, Facebook's for old people. And
you really, Meta? I still get on Facebook.
Really? Y'all still get on Facebook?
Like Facebook?
Oh my gosh!
Listen, this is the thing about Facebook is people don't know this, but they're underground, like streaming, Twitch, like this, that. Like you can start a business on Facebook, and you don't even like you would sleep on it. Like if you go to their podcast section, their videos, their live, like not even the marketplace. It's just like more like media. Like they have a whole media section now to where you can like go live on Facebook and like, bro, people be watching. It's like UFC fighter Max Holloway.
I love Max, bro.
He streams Apex. And
really, dude? Okay.
Only on Facebook. What? Only on Facebook, and he gets bank from it.
See, I didn't even know that was a thing, really, bro.
Yeah. We gotta make a Facebook.
Check it out.
Yeah, we gotta make a Twitch on Facebook.
Yeah, hop on it for real. It's like something serious.
We were talking about kind of like twitching a little bit.
Twitch is cool, but I feel like it's like kind of like TikTok. It's like burnt out.
It is.
Yeah.
But like, bro, you have to think. This is like somebody explained this to me, and it changed my mind, or it changed my mindset about like Instagram and Facebook and the apps you think that are old, what they are, they're not old. They're bricklaying, kind of like foundation apps. So basically what it means is no matter what happens, I would say Snapchat's one of these apps too now.
Yeah.
No matter what happens
They'll
in
still
10
be
years,
there.
they'll still be there. So
Yeah.
what they do is they compete with one another. They're just like crossing paths like this. So right now, Instagram Reels are booming. TikTok's going
Yeah.
to fix their algorithm, then they'll be booming.
Yeah.
But TikTok hasn't really formed itself as a foundation app yet. So but if it does, what's going to happen is just like what's happening right now.
Well-
is the views are going to drop, and they'll maybe do something. They'll maybe pop up another app. Like right now, B Reel's popping. Have you ever heard of B Reel?
I've heard of it. Yeah.
B Reel's fire. B Reel's fire as fuck. I fuck with B Reel.
Well, TikTok's is a Chinese company.
Yeah. Did you hear about all the stuff they're about to do?
Yeah, I think their algorithm in the United States is different from it is in China. In China, like the algorithm, like when people watch is these cool engineering feats, these medical practices, these educational,
And they use it. Yeah, they educate.
And
with
for
it.
us, they just
Fat people doing funny shit.
Doing
stupid
dances.
shit. Yeah, melt our brain. That's
Sitting
how
there
I feel.
watching Logan Paul snap a picture with a fucking Polaroid and just
I
sell
love
it.
that project.
Oh,
he does.
It's so crazy. It's absolutely insane. I love
Yeah.
it. I love it. It's just crazy to think that that's what gets views.
Yeah,
Like it should be doctors and it should be like weird shit that's like
And
saving the world.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
It's not. But
well, I think because people can relate. They're like, oh yeah, I would like to do that, take Polaroid pictures. But not everybody can be a doctor. Not everybody understands
exactly,
it. So they're
exactly.
like, okay, I don't relate to that.
So-
when they get on TikTok or social media, they want to relate to something.
yeah,
That's why we
Are
try
you
to make-
guys into investing at all?
We've been thinking about
Are
it.
you
A
in?
little bit. Here
A little
and
bit. A little bit. I'm just not.
Dude,
I'm
I
just
ain't gonna
not,
lie,
bro. I'm just like not for that shit. Like
I think it's important. Like Logan honestly got me on like when this has been like a year or so ago. Like when Dogecoin and stuff was popping.
Dude, that was the only time I ever invested. I made so much.
Bro,
fucking
and I did
money
too.
off
Just had
Like,
to pull out at the right time.
literally just off of like nothing, but barely taking a risk. I ended up profiting like $3,000.
That'll never
bro.
happen again.
Nope.
It
Learn
was
from their
crazy,
mistakes.
but
You know,
it-
I lost a lot too.
it makes you keep an eye on things, bro.
That's the investing world.
If you ain't willing to lose it, then you ain't gonna make it. man.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like going to Las Vegas when you invest. You know, it's a gamble. It's a game.
I'm telling you guys, get to fucking. If you're gonna move anywhere, go to fucking Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Have you ever looked into sports betting? You can bet there. I bet on the UFC
Really?
fights, bro. I've
I've
made
been wanting to
five.
sports bet
I've
so
made
much.
almost $5,000 since I moved to Tennessee off sports bets.
Oh my
Really?
God,
So-
bro.
Are you into fantasy football?
Not really, because I don't
Oh,
know
okay.
shit about football. Football's
Oh,
cool,
okay.
but I want to see people punching each other in the face. I do
combat
it though.
sports, bro.
You know what I mean? Like it's like playing baseball and then watching baseball.
Yeah, the only people that watch
Yeah.
baseball are people that play.
The
it.
play it,
it's like-
yeah.
But UFC, it's like two fucking gladiators walk into the cage and like, bro, if it was me, I'd fight for my fucking damn near life.
That's what it
Yeah.
is. It's modern day
And
gladiators.
it's
Yeah.
insane. I love that shit
That's
so
why they
much.
gotta hate each other so much.
Are y'all watching the fights tonight?
Yeah.
Who's fighting tonight?
Amanda Nunes is doing a rematch with Julia Pena. For
Who you
her-
think's gonna win that
her belt.
one?
I got Amanda
I got-
Nunes.
Oh, really?
The reason why is if you look, I big on like reading people and like I was reading Amanda whenever she was walking to the ring the first time she fought Juliana Pena,
Yeah.
and she was like, it was kind of like you remember Spider-Man when he fought Macho Man and he
Yeah,
like
he was-
whooped his ass and
yeah.
everybody was like, what happened? She like Macho Man, like she knew she was gonna beat her.
Yeah.
She absolutely knew, and then that girl choked her the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
And-
slept on her a little
But
bit.
now it's like you've unlocked the line again. Like you've
Yeah.
gotten to the point. You've made your statement, and like now she's got to make hers back. And I feel like if you watch the fight, she dropped her like 3 times in the
Amanda's
first round.
hungrier now. in
And
this
dude, when
fight.
Amanda gets hungry, she doesn't stop, bro. That's why she's the pound for pound. Like
When you're the champion for so long, bro, I mean, it's easy to get complacent. It's
See,
gotta be.
my
Nah, I think
thing is-
Pena's gonna fucking choke her out again.
yeah,
I think it's gonna
mean,
go exactly.
I think Pena absolutely deserves it.
Yeah.
But I think that what's going to happen is Amanda's going to tighten up and fix those holes.
I saw a press conference with Pena, and she was like, I will eye gouge, I will bite, I will
Damn.
die,
Damn.
I will die for this
Damn.
fight. Yeah, she was.
Hair pulling.
Yeah, that's what she said too.
I-
She said, "I'm doing anything to win this."
So my thing is like when those UFC fighters become champions, I hate to say it, but like you almost have to get boring. Like perfect example right now is Israel Adesanya. He's my favorite fighter.
Oh, I love
and people
him.
are. Do you really?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
I love
Stu.
anime. So like
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
yeah. Like Rock Lee
yeah.
stuff.
So
Kind of like
people-
Snooze Mon.
Yeah.
Just-
Yeah.
yeah.
The thing is though
Just-
is like what they're doing is smart. They're like it's like they have to fight boring because they're being defensive. They have the ball and they're just moving a truck forward.
Yeah.
And it's like
And they're thinking ahead about.
they're literally just blocking shit out of the way and they're building their legacy.
Yeah.
They're building legacy. Ooh, Israel Adesanya was champion for 4 years. Like it's cool. It sounds cool when it's over. And right now it's not over, so it's like boring. So they have to like literally fight defensively.
And plus, you know, UFC, it's obviously they don't pay as well as you think, whatever. So
no, they don't even have insurance.
Yeah, the more fights that you can survive and last through and not be injured, the more fights you can have, more money you can make. Because if you go out there and break your arm every fight to win, how many times are you gonna win the fight?
So many fights.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like look at Cowboy, he's fought 50,
Yeah.
60
How many
times.
concussions can you have? Before?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's my biggest fear is getting a concussion. Like I had one snowboarding one time. I already have problems with headaches and shit.
Yeah.
And like it's just like I get scared like that. I don't want to get. But my thing is don't get hit.
Yeah. And how long
That's
have you
simple.
been training MMA, bro?
I'd say like 6 months seriously. I just kind of like I don't know. I just started working out, you know, like 2 years ago, and then like I started watching UFC and stuff like that, and it just. I went to Knoxville, and then in Knoxville I met this guy. He fought John Jones, Ovent St. Preux. I met him. He's like a bad motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
And he was training at the gym I was working out at, and I was like, I've seen you somewhere. And he's like, I fought John Jones. I was like, yo, yeah, that's exactly where. And he was like, you should come train. He's like, I like your body figure, your body build up, like your figure is good for MMA fighting. And I went in there, and the people that I was training with had been training for like 2 years, and I was like, bro, like whooping their shit.
Really?
And it was very like it wasn't anything that made me a hard ass or anything. It just I didn't know how much ability I had until I got into combat sports because MMA and combat sports is so different than a street fight.
Oh yeah.
It's nothing.
Yeah.
It's like tattoos and getting the flu shot. It's like they're a little similar, but there's no comparison. Like it's just totally different.
I would love to get into it because I did BJJ for a little bit, bro. And
Yeah,
honestly,
I was
like,
like, you wrestled, right?
Yeah.
I felt like I just excelled at that stuff, bro.
Yeah.
Like if I really took it serious, I could hone in and do something with it. But
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, like Tennessee, I wouldn't advise it to anybody. What it is like a triangle. It's lakes, mountains, and city. And in that city, there's so much to do. And if you go this way, you're going to the mountains, you have stuff to do. And you go this way, you're going to the lakes.
Yeah.
It's
Little bit of
perfect. And like
everything.
I got out there, and it's like $100 a month to train. And like I've been
That's not bad.
busting
Not at
ass.
all.
And hopefully, like if music doesn't work out, I never want to have a doubt in my mind about music. No, but being realistic,
Other ventures, yeah.
I'm falling in love with beating people up.
Yeah.
Like it's fun as fuck.
Yeah.
And I want to fight in the UFC. It would be something that I would definitely do, but it's got to be where like I'm like okay, like I don't want to look pretty anymore. Like,
Yeah.
I want to fucking get my face beat.
hell yeah.
What about Andrew Tate? You willing to fight him?
I'd fight him for real. I'd fight Connor. I'd fight Connor.
Tom
I swear to God, I'd fight Connor.
Honestly, the way Connor is, you probably beat him. All he's doing is drinking.
I wouldn't
partying,
say that. I'd say
running around.
I will say realistically, like if I stepped in the cage right now, right in this
could
second,
stand
if
your
he
own
walked in
ground.
this room right in a second, we went to a cage, I would at least make it past one round.
Okay. That's
would at
actually a
least-
lot.
I mean, that's talking to somebody who's been on the top of the world too. Like,
Yeah, like second
yeah.
round, he's rocking my shit.
Yeah.
But the first round, he's gonna feel me.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, but I had that full belief that, and like, I want to move it to 2 rounds, and I want to move it to 3, then
And
4,
So you
and
go
then
5 rounds.
And then it's a fight.
Yeah.
Now it's something you can take. Yeah, I do like that mindset about it. It seems like
I feel like-
No, you go ahead.
it seems like whatever you see, you do. Like if you like something, that's what I really like about you. Like if you see you like something, you go do it. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, I like this. Let me just watch it and think about it. You know,
Yeah.
but you like something, you
like
go fucking
invest
do it.
yourself into it.
Yeah.
I
Like-
appreciate that. And then what it is like I just feel like anything's fucking possible, bro. Like
Yeah.
obviously I'm not gonna go juggle chainsaws on a fucking unicycle.
If
but
you
I
wanted to.
But like yeah, like I mean, but like if I saw something like I was like in the MMA and I put on boxing gloves and I realized I'm fast as fuck and I got good eyes, I'm like, okay.
long ass arms.
I'm like, let me just dial in for like maybe 1 year and see what happens. And then the next thing you know, that year turns into 5. Just what happened with music. I was like, Justin Bieber kind of not looks like me, but I have a skinny build up, nice face. You know what I'm saying? Like at the time when I was a kid, I was like, I could do that.
I said,
Yeah.
why not?
Yeah, I said, why not? Like I'm not that far off. Like,
Yeah.
I kind of can sing a little bit, but I bet
Yeah,
I
you
could
was
rap.
in chorus for
Yeah, I was in chorus in high school, yeah. And
you
like
could
that's
sing,
crazy,
you could
bro.
sing.
shout out
wild.
Mr. Step, he was fire. He was cool as fuck.
Is he still there?
I
have no idea.
Did you go to Bowling Springs? Did you go to Bowling Springs?
Yeah.
Holy shit! Did you really?
Yeah, I was 2018. class.
You was a grade above me.
Did you know
never
Ethan
a grade
Semo?
below me.
Oh yeah,
That's my
Yeah, I
brother.
know. He was in my grade, right?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
my
yeah, I
brother.
know.
Yeah, that's wild.
Ethan.
Dude, it's crazy to me, like, knowing, like, both of your brothers. Like, it's like all of y'all just got a little bit different, something out of the pot. You know, everybody's so different.
Yeah.
Like, Ethan is so freaking smart, dude. Like, it
And,
blows my
yeah.
mind.
And he's still in college, busting ass.
Hell yeah.
Straight A's
That's
since
the
kindergarten.
grind, bro.
And it's
Yeah.
weird. It's crazy. And I'm like the dumb one that can fucking do anything though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and then I can like,
You're the problem child.
yeah.
You're the
I
problem
like that.
child. Yeah.
I just, man, like when it comes to things that I dabble into, it's just like I see it. It's like if I don't see a market for it, I'm not gonna touch it. If I see a market for it, I'm gonna do it.
But yeah, it's smart.
Bro, like I promise, all of us in here could do anything we wanted. You just
Yeah.
have to dial in for like a year.
Mhm.
Hell yeah, bro.
1 year, and 1 year flies by, bro.
Yeah.
See,
Like I already have it planned. Like I'm like 27, 28, I'm gonna fight in UFC.
Hey,
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Dude, I used to have that mindset of like, oh, you know, I get all these cool ideas in my head, but like, I could never do that. But then I start realizing as I'm getting older and I'm trying things, like, dude, you're right.
It's not that
It-
fucking
it
hard.
isn't, bro.
No.
You just have to do it.
Yeah.
Like that's when people say that, you just gotta do it.
I feel like people want to do it perfectly, like we said about earlier. Like they have that vision in their head of how I do this. When they don't do it that way, they just shut down. But
Yeah.
it's better to do it not imperfectly than to think about doing it perfectly.
Yeah.
You know?
Like the worst thing possible I could think of is like one day I wake up and I'm 45 years old and I'm just looking at myself like, well, you know, I did nothing. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and
Like,
see-
Like I've peaked.
Like my thing is like the one thing that annoys me is when it's a hating motherfucker that doesn't do anything. Like
Yeah.
I'd love if a hating motherfucker was somebody that was worth $18 billion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if they was hating on me with $1 million in their pocket, like
You
I
might
would
consider what
fucking
they're
care.
saying. Yeah.
Yeah. If you take somebody from Bowling Springs, South Carolina, who's been to 8 of my shows, talked a whole lot of shit behind me, said I was a bitch, but asked for a picture when they see me, why the fuck would I give a damn about them?
Yeah.
Also, they're fans, bro.
Yeah, honestly,
Yeah.
like, dude, y'all remember the shit I used to have to deal with.
oh,
bro.
so much hate.
It's crazy.
People breaking in my car. People
Yeah.
see me at cookout trying to fight me
no
or pull
reason.
guns out for no fucking reason.
Next
Yeah.
clout.
Yeah, and then I started getting money, and it got even worse.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. A lot of people have this fear of doing anything, so when they see someone else doing it,
Yeah.
they just get this anger in them. Or
Yeah.
Because why am I not
I
doing
know
that?
that motherfucker. You ever seen like Dr. Doofenshmirtz? He's like, I'm gonna take over the whole world.
shout out Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah, shut up. Yeah, I used to.
Ba-da.
Candace, I still slay you. Never mind.
Oh, he likes some tattletales. He likes those stitches.
Yeah.
It's crazy. You know, like we talked about, you went from, you know, doing live shows at, you know, our parties or Joey's parties that he would throw in Wild Wings. Now, tell us about what you're about to do.
Oh,
Something
Yeah.
big coming up.
so
Something
it
important.
started in the backyard.
Yep.
And now, September 3rd,
September 3rd.
my first arena show.
Where at?
That shit's going to be crazy. Greenville, South Carolina at the Bond Core Wellness Arena.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
What we call the Bilo Center.
Yeah.
And Lil
Yeah.
Baby, Nardo Wick, Tusi, Coyle Ray,
Big
and your
names.
boy,
Big
Austin
names.
Semo.
Yeah.
Big that.
All I heard was big names.
Yeah, it's just, bro. It's a blessing. It's
It is. Mm-hmm.
my label put everything together, and I'm so thankful that they included me in that. They didn't want to at first. I feel like it's a business thing. I feel like they're scared. You know, a certain person is on the flyer, then it's not going to sell. But the reaction was awesome every
Yeah.
time. I shared it. Now that the city believes in me a little bit,
Yeah.
they started
people
cheering. They
behind you,
got
bro.
Yeah, you're gonna have your people there.
And
for
see, it's
sure.
gonna be crazy because tickets are only $60. You can
Oh,
see
you know we'll be there, bro.
y'all
Yeah.
going for
We're
it?
gonna be
yeah.
there.
Fuck yeah, we got to rage
Oh yeah.
before. Fuck
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, we're gonna throw down. Before.
Yeah.
I'm-
You already know.
We already talked about that, man. We're like, because I felt like I've missed a lot of your shows, like recently,
But
just
it's
from work
okay.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Half my shows have been in fucking North Carolina.
Yeah, and it's hard to get there. But I was like, dude, he's in Greenville. This is a huge show. I
Oh,
knew right
yeah.
off the bat as soon as I saw the flyer. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm going, bro.
Cannot miss.
I
Yeah.
appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. It's gonna be wild.
Could you pee real quick?
Yeah.
Do what you gotta do.
Do what you gotta do. Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't want to be rude during
Yeah.
the podcast.
No.
Where is it?
First door on the right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
But I just think like what's gonna be crazy about that arena show is like the biggest reaction I got was of course love, but one of the biggest reactions I got was people like messaging me or people sharing the post doing this and they're like, is this real? they're like, are you really opening up for Lil Baby? Like, is this
Yeah.
not
Got
Photoshop?
some doubt.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, people that I was close with at one point, that we were close with, were messaging me talking about, yo, if that flyer's real, I'll buy tickets. I'm like,
What?
But
that makes me so mad.
That would make me mad.
Like,
That
I was
would make
like,
me
dude,
mad.
what do you mean
who do you
that
think
I'm just
I am, bro?
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna Photoshop a picture and then just not be at the show.
Yeah.
Just not be there.
That would be. That's crazy, bro.
And I'm like, dude,
That
what
would
else
piss
do
me
I
off.
need to do? Like, what else, bro? I done thrown the biggest parties this city. Like, I'm not.
Honestly, you don't need to do nothing for these motherfuckers. man.
Exactly, I
If
don't.
they stuck in their ways, they stuck in their ways. They don't catch the wave. They don't catch the vibe. Leave them there and create your own. There's people that will conform. You know, that's what I'm trying to understand. Is there's people that will conform to that. That
Yeah.
like that, and that will be with you. You know.
And it's like hard to explain to people that don't believe in themselves. That's the hardest people
Yes.
to talk shit to, because
Yeah.
it's like, motherfucker, I did this, and I did this. But they're like, but you cried when you went to jail and became a 2-time convicted felon and lost a record deal over
Yeah,
it.
'cause I'm going to jail,
Bro,
bro.
I went to
Yeah.
fucking jail and I teared up because I
human.
lost everything.
Hey, when I cried, I went to jail. It's just how it works.
I think there's a bad stigma too in like our society today. Is like
Men
people
can't fucking cry.
that and it just in general, bro.
Yeah.
People want you to be so hard and I towed a gat and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. Like, bro,
Yeah, that's not the way.
Bro, I want and see that's where you're good. Sorry, I'm gonna wait. And it's like people, like I can't wait. Like one of the biggest things I want to do is go into the UFC and actually fight, because I want to have that feeling like
Oh, you was talking shit about my music? Yeah,
try me.
put it all out.
now you
was
see
talking
me
shit.
fighting, and now you see me really getting active. Like
Yeah.
it's like and dude, one of the best
Joe
things.
Rogan's gonna come up to you and play.
I love you, Joe Rogan.
I love you.
Oh, y'all like Sugar Sean O'Malley?
I
Oh
love him.
my god,
That's my guy.
Yeah,
Love
he's
him.
fire.
That's my guy. When's he fighting?
October 22nd.
Peter
Okay.
Yan, ain't
Peter
it?
Yan.
Oh my God, that's a
Peter
fight
Yan.
right
That's
there.
a big test, bro.
That
Dude,
is.
he's such a good guy, bro.
Yeah.
No, wait. I wouldn't say such a good guy, but such a funny ass dude.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
cool. He's
He
definitely
be-
cool as shit.
Not going against my morals, but some of the stuff he does, I'm just kind of like, damn.
Oh, when
He's living.
oh, where he does that polygamy or whatever. It's
I don't
called.
know what he does, and I don't care, because I'm not getting into it.
relationship.
I believe in God.
His
Yeah, he's a
relationship
man
is
of
crazy,
God.
bro.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. Like I want to fight. I want to be selling out arenas. I want to do all this and that.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure my kids are straight. That's
yeah.
my goal.
But you're out there, dude. Like I said, like imagine you do make it to the UFC, you'd be the first ever musician / USC fighter, bro.
Yeah,
like,
You're
that'd
gonna
be
have a lot
fire.
of slashes by your name.
That would be
at the end
fire.
of everything.
that would be sick, bro.
That
And
resume
especially if you start your podcast too.
Yeah,
Oh
you
yeah,
talking about
definitely.
that?
Yeah, oh yeah. So I'm actually gonna start my podcast.
Okay.
And what's crazy, this is my first podcast.
Yeah.
And I love it. This is
Too much
fun.
thought.
Yeah,
we
too
got
much
Semo
thought.
first. We got
Yeah.
Semo
Austin
first.
Semo, yes.
Have you
before
thought of
that.
any names? Oh, Semo in the building. That'd be a cool name.
I was gonna call it "Welcome to In the Building" podcast with Austin Semo, but the thing is, it doesn't really catch. I was thinking
Yeah.
something like "shit talking with Semo," but I really
Yeah.
don't want to put like something cursing in my
Yeah.
name.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm still thinking like
Yeah.
I'm about to start a clothing brand too. I don't know when
Dang.
that's gonna start. It's just something I have ideas for. It's called Lisa Brad. My mom's name is Lisa Bradley, and I feel like it's gonna be like kind of like Sheen.
That is a catchy name.
kind of like Sheen. Yeah, like girls see it or guys see like, hey, what kind of hat is that? Lisa Brad.
Yeah.
What kind of bathing suit is that?
It
Lisa
sounds
Brad.
like expensive.
Yeah, it
Exactly,
does.
and it's like very simple ideas. Like I have some logos put together, but it's I just dream, and then
Yeah.
like I just got to make it happen. It'll
Yeah.
take me a
Become
week.
reality eventually.
It'll take me a week to put together. It's just I don't feel like that week
I
being
mean,
right
yeah.
now.
I mean, our first after our first episode, we were talking about. Oh, we can make some cool ass merch.
Yeah,
we can,
yeah,
we
it's
can
that,
too
bro.
One
much
thing
thought,
leads to another.
TMT.
Make
and
some
we-
stickers
just
out of
sit-
our logos.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be fire.
we're about to start getting some business cards to talk. So, hey, look it up.
Yeah, I'm. I think it's like wild how people actually like start a podcast, and like how it turns to so much. Like
Yeah.
Note Boys.
Oh, dude.
Did their podcast turn to drinks, turn to shirts, turn to pre-workout supplements?
Yeah.
They do everything, bro.
Yeah, they were so cool when I met them. They were so fucking
Oh,
cool.
dude, I forgot. I did see.
Who
that
have
on
you
Snapchat
not
story.
met? That's the real question.
He has had some luck, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Even before you were
Oh,
popping,
please explain the story of Trippie Redd.
Yeah,
Do you remember this?
I remember.
Listen
that. I was
to
like,
this.
No
Yeah,
fucking
okay.
way.
So
Listen to this. This is crazy.
we got a group of people together. We were all
Yeah.
going to a Trippie Redd concert, right?
Mhm.
And we were in different vehicles. You were in the other one, weren't you?
Yeah.
So me and the car I'm with had Semo in it, and we stopped at this gas station, right? And here comes like a Sprinter van pulling up.
No, before this, remember I was like, if you ride with me, you're gonna meet somebody famous. I said that
called
in
it out.
Bowling Springs. I was like, if you ride with me, we're gonna meet somebody
So I
famous.
was like, yeah, let's hop in Semo's whip then. So we stopped at this gas station, probably like 15 minutes out from where the concert's at. And here comes the Sprinter van. And no shit, Trippie Redd hops off the van, bro.
That's wild,
I remember that whole trip.
bro.
I was like, I hate Trippie Redd's music.
You
but
did.
And then like he gets out, I'm like, yo, Trippie, what up, bro? What up?
And
You're my guy.
He was cool. Like, he gave you time
Yeah.
of day, too. Like,
Yeah.
he was not a bad dude at all, bro.
No,
Yeah.
no. Yeah, that was a weird experience.
That was
I
the-
called that.
That was the only time I've ever seen somebody of, like, especially then, like, I loved him so much. Like, I still fuck with his
Oh,
music,
yeah.
but I just loved him
You're
so much.
Trippie.
That was my guy. And, like,
Yeah.
seeing him in person, bro, I was like, this is crazy. He's just a dude,
You'll
bro.
see him again.
Yeah.
I'll make it happen.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get him on the podcast.
Yeah,
we'll
that'd be
all
fire.
get back
I
together.
remember he was still rocking that fucking, like, wrecking
The
ball, 8-ball chain, bro.
Yeah,
that was,
shit
that was
hard.
back. Yeah, that's when like I think I don't know. Was X dead? Did X pass away then? I think
think
he was
he
still
was.
alive.
Yeah, he
Or
was
was
still
it
alive.
close?
No,
It
he was still alive.
He was still alive.
What
Yeah.
year did he die?
Right before COVID.
No, it was before that.
It's been a minute.
2019.
No, say it. You probably know.
17 or 18.
So it's been a while, bro.
Dang, my boy.
Dude, I remember I
that was
cried
my
when he
guy.
died.
X was my favorite.
When Juice WRLD, I bawled. When Juice WRLD died, I was on top of a fucking
I
mountain. I,
saw
have
it.
a picture of me looking at my phone right when I found out I'm on the top of this fucking mountain.
18.
18.
Damn, that's
I was in the
wild.
middle of this mountain, and you see this picture of me on top of this mountain. I'm like looking at my phone, and I just read Juice WRLD dies at 19 or whatever it was.
Crazy, bro.
Dude, Juice WRLD, after my first relationship, that motherfucker saved my fucking life,
Yeah.
bro. I was laying in my bed contemplating killing myself listening to him, and like, dude was serious about it, bro. And like, I fucking like, he saved my life. And that was
yeah,
the one
bro.
artist I wanted to work with. I remember, if you remember, I didn't do no features on Different Perspective,
Yeah.
Smothered, nothing. It was all me, and I was like, the one person I'm doing a song with, Juice WRLD.
Yeah.
Or Three Doors Down.
That's the only like that's the only artist death that like really hit me.
Yeah, that was weird.
Because like obviously I don't know the dude, but I
Yeah.
just I spend a lot of time listening to his music,
Yeah, I
like
feel
really
like-
listening to him. I felt like I knew him. You know what I
You
mean?
did.
Do you
'cause
remember the
Music's
the-
like art. you know?
Exactly, and it shows emotion, and it shows like people who are like. Do you remember when Smothered dropped? That was so ahead of its time.
It was,
If you
yeah.
go back and listen, like I'm not boosting my own head up or anything, but like I listened to it the other day. It's not even out anymore. I was like, dude, that kid who was doing that, who hung around those people, put that out.
Yeah.
Like that's like when the Little Skies was popping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember,
Whatever
like-
happened to that?
It was
guy?
like singing
Yeah.
rap, really.
And
It
dude,
was like
and
you
I
could sing
fucking like,
rap.
and I was putting out shit that would be hits right now. You
Yeah.
know, like,
Really, bro.
I guess I don't know. It's just like if I had a promotion behind me, it would have went way bigger than we thought
Yeah.
it would.
When was
Are you-
Smothered out? Like 2019?
18?
18.
20
God
LA.
dang.
4 years
I know,
ago.
Yeah.
Dude, you've been doing this a
My
while,
God.
bro.
I remember when I dropped For My Boys. It was 2016.
Oh Lord.
I remember going to Joey Pilate's first house before the party house, and he was like, and there was these girls. It was fucking Katie Stroop and all them. They were all outside of the house, and I was like, they were like singing For My Boys, and I was like, what the fuck? They're actually like listening to my song, and then it clicked. That's when the music shit clicked. I was like, all right, cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm about to start making music. And then it just like took off from there. I started making shit in Speak Life. Like shout out to Speak Life. That's how it really started with Speak Life.
And I see a lot of people now. I feel like you kind of did them a favor too. The fact of like
Yeah.
I see a lot of people recording there now. People trying to start stuff.
And I give them all the luck in the world. You know, like I love Speak Life. I still record there to this day. I bought some of my own studio equipment right now. And
Are you working on any projects, any albums?
crazy you
Any?
asked me that. No, I'm just making love songs. Like, I'm
Really?
just like, bro, like honestly, I haven't I recorded for the first time in Speak Life like I'd say about a month ago, not even. And it was like the first time I've been there like since I moved. And what it is, bro, is like I realized is artists get confused in this game. It used to be record, drop, record, drop, record, drop, record, drop. But now it's like record 3 singles, think of ideas for each single, drop 1 month, wait 3 months, drop 1 month, and then you drop 3 singles a year. That's like, and promote for all year round.
Yeah.
Like, so like I don't even like barely record anymore. Honestly, I kind of hate that I put out like 5 albums in the first 2 years of my career. What that did is I got every single idea out of my brain that I had.
yeah.
You
That
know,
makes
so now I'm
sense.
sitting here empty brained, smoking every day,
Yeah.
training MMA, getting hit in the head, getting like, you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm sitting here like kind of foggy brained,
Yeah.
but like it's like if I wanted to start writing music again, all I'd do is like settle down and smoking, not go to MMA, just work out, meditate, you know.
But
get my
I mean, yeah,
creative back.
you're not putting out as much content, but it's like the content you're putting out is just top tier. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Exactly.
Quality
And that's
over
what I'm trying to
quantity.
perfect. Exactly. I appreciate that. And I'm trying to I'm trying to perfect that, and I'm trying to get like, bro, my hardest thing is my own drive. Like I sit at home and I'm like, I don't want to do this shit today, so I'll do it tomorrow. Then tomorrow I double time it and get it done. But like, see, like, I need to stop doing that. You know, like I need to fucking get right with the program and work.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like you have been in that go mode for so long. You know, it's okay to kind of take a small break and just absorb everything for a little bit.
That's like, it pisses me off when people like talk shit, because I'm like, damn, bro, like I don't even have a reason to be working this hard, but I do it to please y'all, and I do it to please the people that actually listen. And you're a fucking skunk in the wilderness who's like fucking toxic as fuck. Like, stay away from me.
Yeah.
You're a stank ass skunk. Get
Yeah,
out of
it's
here.
annoying as fuck.
Yeah.
Dude, John Wick. That song John Wick, that shit goes hard,
Thank
bro.
you, bro. I made that song when I was like, I think I made a love song that day, and then I was like, bro, I ain't made no rap song in so fucking long. And I was listening to Migos' John Wick, I think his name is, the all black, one gun man. John Wick, that's a bad man. And I was like, I was listening to that song that day. I'd sent a snap of it to my brother Pierce.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was in the studio and I was sitting there. I was like, I'm gonna call a song called John Wick. Just
Dude,
and what I thought in my brain, the way I thought of it was, okay, and for the video we can wear a black suit. So there's a market right there. There's a logo. There's something that'll stick with people. Black suit, me in a black suit. I'm sure I look good in a suit. Cool, whatever. Do it, run it. Made the song, and I was like,
All black suit.
What's
Like
your-
on John Wick.
What's your process? What's your process of like making content? Like when you sit down and say, okay, I want to do this song or I want to do this. How does that work? Like, is it just like an inspiration that hits you and you're like, let me do this, or is it like, obviously you plan for the market, or you think of these ideas and you plan to market around it, or how does your process work?
So usually, like if I'm one thing there's like different aspects, right? So like when it comes to shows, I have ideas, like pictures in my brain of certain shows that I've always wanted to do.
Yeah.
One being Barnett Park in Spartanburg. I'm doing that show August 20th.
Oh,
Then that's at a fashion show. It's just gonna be fire as fuck. PG Raw,
shit.
fucking Seti Hendrix. He's got songs with T-Pain.
Oh, damn, bro.
damn.
Yeah, that's about to be fire. August 20th. I'll remind y'all. But
Yeah.
So basically, like the shows, I have like ideas, like pictures, and I want to make those come true. But then when it comes to songs, I have nothing, bro. Like if I'm like, I'll be with somebody and like, I might be at work. I might be doing this, might be doing that. But I have to stop right there if I get like an idea of a song or I write a line in my head. I have to stop right there and write it in my notes. And then I have to go on my phone and like go to the audio thing and sing it how I'm thinking about it. Because if I don't, I'll go to the lyrics later and sing them a whole different way and it won't sound good.
Oh, okay.
So then that's like it. Sorry,
It's
I
not
didn't
like
mean
in
to-
the moment.
Yeah, it's never like sometimes it's in the moment, like in the studio freestyling, and those are like really good songs. Like on my album Life of a Leo, Soft Side, that was a complete freestyle.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
You are my soft side. That's a complete freestyle. That was the best song I've ever made.
That sounded beautiful.
Thank you. I appreciate it. That was the best song I ever made, like off a freestyle.
Yeah.
Ever. And it was just crazy to like do that and know that it wasn't anything that I wrote. It was something that came from my brain, came from my heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I'll write absolute hits. I'll be in my room, probably high as hell, just chilling, eating cereal, and I'll just write like an absolute hit. But I always try to stick with something that sticks out. So like all black suit or red wine, like, or
Something that's marketable.
tan lines.
You know what I love though, dude? Is like I like the red wine song a lot, but when you slowed it down, I think you called it Red Dress and
Red Dress is about me getting the girl back.
Bro, like that shit.
I appreciate that. I took my time.
That
with
might be
song.
honestly my favorite thing you put out. Like I listen to that song a lot, bro.
You know what's so crazy? That's I hate that song.
Really?
It's like the worst song on the album to me.
I
But
loved it.
I didn't even want to put it on there, but I was like, I need more songs on the album. So like, I just was like,
I've got this.
yeah,
Might as well just
like
put it out there.
might as well. And then people loved it. People like, got a star for a while.
I was a big tan lines.
Oh yeah, you love tan lines.
Oh
I
my
remember.
God, I love that one.
I appreciate that.
That shit was
and
nice.
I appreciate you guys even listening to any of my
Well,
music.
like you said, you was kind of ahead of your time because you did start, rapping, but then like you would sing. You started singing before when you started rapping, and I feel like that picked up now, like because there's not a lot of rappers out there. There's people that like sing rap kind of.
Yeah.
And I feel like you did that.
Yeah, I just
early.
wanted to be able to do both. Now, like, and then I tuned into rock, and then when I made rock, I was like, okay, I like this shit.
Yeah.
I like this shit. Like, I like this shit a lot. But then signed to the recording group that I signed to, and they were like, nah, we got, like, PTSD. That was my first drop, I think. No, Good Vibes was. Good Vibes, Sunshine, 10. Yeah, that was my first drop with the label, and it like pulled like 165,000 views. I was like, holy shit, they're putting
excited about it.
Yeah, they're
What does the label do?
Basically, I signed to a guy named DC out of New York, and I had an investments contract with a guy named Script. And basically, they both just kind of teamed up. Script believed in me, I came to him and I was like, hey, if you want to talk business, like, I know you make motion in the city. I was like, let's talk business. So we sat down over dinner one day, and he agreed to kind of invest into me a little bit.
Yeah.
So then he brought me to a guy who used to work under Atlantic. You guys, you remember that song, All I Know, yeah, yo?
Yeah,
It was like a really big party hit in like
Yeah.
2015.
Yeah.
This guy named DC is responsible for that hit,
Damn.
going that viral.
Okay.
And Script introduced him to me, and it was like that day. He's like, "Yeah, we're signing him." Like,
Okay.
like we're just
What's
gonna.
up, bro?
Do they when you sign that label, whatever, do they own some of your
No,
music?
so that was the thing is like I
didn't want that?
I hate to give this information up, but I really don't give a fuck.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
No, it's nothing.
curious.
This is what's crazy about it. When I first got the contract, it was 21 pages long. They wanted my power of attorney. They wanted 80%. They wanted this.
Oh my
this,
God.
And that. I sent it to my lawyer, David Moore. Shout out David Moore. He saved my ass in so many contracts.
Yeah.
I sent it to my lawyer, and the next day it went from 21 pages to 2 pages.
Damn.
And the first
Yeah.
one just had my name on
So
it.
he cracked down on that ass,
Yeah.
basically.
Well, that's it. And and it was like crazy. That's how every business is. Like every label that I've been offered by has done that.
Well, that's what they said. Like, I've heard like stories where rappers getting screwed on their royalties.
Oh,
they don't own this music because they got shown a little bit of money when they're getting big.
Yeah,
and
see,
signed everything away.
So this is what happens, and this is why I fucking hate the rap business. I mean, scream in the mic. That's why I fucking hate the rap game.
Scream.
It's because you got to think. If you there's this kid who's maybe recording songs on his phone,
Yeah.
or recording songs on a mic, something similar to this, and it's for music, so it's not crazy quality, but it sounds decent enough to get it on SoundCloud, and it ends up being really good, and he maybe pulls like 1 million views. All the label got. So say if it's a kid that absolutely has nothing, maybe lives in an apartment complex with his single mother, and she has 4 boys, barely cleans the damn place. Like
Yeah.
a kid from poverty, he gets a call from a record label. Just the fact that a record label even noticed him, he's gonna freak out. They go and hand him a paper and go, look at this, sign this right here, and we're gonna give you $20,000.
Yeah.
Bro, yeah. And then he's locked into a deal for 4 years. Has to make all this. All they do is take him to a studio that costs $50 an hour. He doesn't understand that it's so easy to go to a studio. So what that does is it absolutely starstrucks this kid.
Yeah.
They own every single thing he owns for the next 4 years, and he's
Yeah.
like 19, about to become a man.
Yeah.
He's in the most vulnerable points of his life, and
Yeah.
they take everything, but they shelf him. So basically what shelving means is like, oh, we're going to spit shine this, clean it up, set it right there.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
he never does anything. They make $8 million in every 6 months. They give him 20 bands.
Yeah.
Just nothing, man.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
nothing. And then he goes broke in 4 years. There's nothing he can do about it now. He's tied to the
'Cause
label.
he still doesn't own the music even after he gets
exactly.
out.
He doesn't
Yeah.
own the music, gets out and has student loans basically.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And that's how the game goes. And that's
Oh,
just like how
shit.
it will always go because of one man. What's his name? Damn, I can't think of his. Suge Knight.
Suge Knight
When-
started it, bro.
yeah, he started though. That's why like the baby's video Suge. If they're holding a rapper upside down and beating him up, that's what that has a reference. Suge Knight. He used to take these artists in and just fuck them up, and then send them
Just
out their
drain
way.
them dry.
'Cause I watched that NWA movie and stuff, and you start to really see, like, damn, bro.
Suge Knight was a fuck, like
Yeah.
a
Kind of
fuckhead.
pimping the rappers.
Yeah,
dude.
You think
And
he
it-
killed Tupac?
Yeah, no, he did. I think he did. I don't give a
He
fuck.
probably did. No shit, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is wild to think about. But basically, my deal was they wanted everything, and then whenever I got the deal back with the 2 pages, it was they don't own anything before. I can release whenever I want. They don't get any percentages of it. If I sign a major deal over the amount of $500,000, they get a certain percentage, and then they get 80, or I get 80, they get 20 of like T-shirt sales.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do they do for you?
They put $40,000 behind me every certain quarter. I'm not going to explain when, just
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it looks
yeah.
like it's like explaining every
Yeah,
move
yeah,
that I
yeah,
make.
yeah, yeah.
But the quarters we run through are like $40,000, and
Okay.
they also book Lil Baby Nardo Wick, Tusi, and Coil Ray and let me open up.
Yeah.
And that's what they do. Exactly.
Yeah.
And now this guy who booked the whole show is taking me under his wing. He's gonna go up to these artists and be like, "Hey, this is my artist." And I'm gonna go, "Hey, little baby, you remember me and Neiman Marcus when we went shopping together?"
Yeah.
He's like, what?
I told you, dumbass.
I'll be back.
Goofy ass.
Yeah.
Dude, it's gonna be crazy.
I just can't wait. I hope I do. You know, I'm not. The one thing I realized with the creative game and the marketing game and the whole way of everything is you can't expect. So I'm not expecting to meet them. I'm expecting to walk in, do my show. Hopefully it goes well and leave.
Yeah.
Go get some Mexican food.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
go into the crowd and watch the show. Like, this is going to be a good-ass show. Little
Yeah.
baby. We love Tusi. Me and her listen to Tusi every
I like
day.
Nardo Wick a lot, too.
Yeah, I'm a big Nardo
I
guy.
like Nardo guy when I'm working out, bro. I want to slaughter people.
Dude.
The way he
Yeah.
just, like, talk raps, and I'm like, dude.
Yeah,
this
he's
shit.
like,
But then, you know, live
That
there.
be
That
freaking
shit
out.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Oh,
Like,
shit.
if I had to...
I'm,
I'm
really excited for this fucking show.
I appreciate it. I'm
really fucking excited.
I'm not explaining how I'm coming out, but it's so fire.
Oh, okay.
You put a lot of time
Gonna
and...
have to
Oh, you
Fire
already, dude!
bro.
I've been dreaming about this since I was 15.
Yeah.
this is
Dude,
gonna
just
be
know
crazy.
I'm.
Yeah.
I've only got
For
3
10
songs.
years.
And it's gonna be sold out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've only got 3 songs, but just remember that I've been dreaming about this since I was a kid.
Oh, yeah.
So like,
Fuck yeah.
whatever they give me access to, I don't give a fuck if it's a fucking tank. I'm coming out on that bitch.
Well, dude, 3 songs, I mean, that's a decent time on stage.
yeah,
like,
that's-
really.
That's
Arena?
15. Yeah.
And I feel like your stage presence is good for you, too. I know you're gonna be
Yeah.
up there jumping around,
Yeah,
energetic.
Yeah.
But the thing is, so I'm. It doesn't matter if I tell this, but I'm doing John Wick, PTSD, and Loyal.
Hell yeah.
And so that Loyal, I just need everybody to get their phones out. That's all I want. I just want to see the arena with their phones
Oh, yeah.
out.
Oh, that'll be
That's
Oh,
all.
oh yeah, we'll
Phone lights
we'll
going.
tell everybody to get the fucking phones
Listen,
out.
I need y'all to do this right here.
Oh,
Get
yeah.
your flash and go 1, 2, 3, and that's when I know where you're at.
Hell yeah,
Okay.
bro.
Okay, on
Hell yeah,
the-
that's
Okay.
awesome.
1,
dude.
Yeah.
2, 3, and
Well-
I'll look over and see it and be like,
and then you use
Too
it.
much thought.
Get your phones out. You gonna be like, tell everybody get your phones out,
Yeah,
and then
facts.
start going with
I'm
it. It'll be
excited.
perfect. It'll
I'm
be
so
perfect.
fucking excited.
I know.
but I am excited for that first walkout in the UFC.
Oh,
Can you imagine? I'm gonna be so locked in.
Are you gonna
bro.
use one of your own songs for the walkout?
I
Yeah,
want.
That's a good.
You know what's so crazy is
Like
like,
tan lines.
yeah, I see. Like, you know, everybody has a name like Sugar Sean or
Yeah. Sorry for the technical difficulties, guys. Let's get right back into the podcast.
we were talking about shrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we was talking
Okay,
about shrooms.
so me and Flips, one of our experience on shrooms was crazy. That we were getting at like how crazy psychedelics are. And we took the orange juice concoction that. So it started us at our peak, like visually at our peak, at like where the divot is of anxiety. So I was not feeling giggly. I was not like happy, like I just smoked a blunt. Like nothing like that. So imagine, I remember turning on Sean O'Malley's podcast and we were like, no, there's no, it'd been like 7 minutes, bro. And we were like, no, there's no way it's hitting us right now. And then like we looked at the screen and his face was fucking melting, bro. And I was like,
It's hitting.
bro, it's hitting and we're not high. Like it's
yeah.
like,
You
it
just
was-
have the visuals.
yeah, dude, and
Oh,
it was,
okay.
dude. We sat. I was like, all right, at this point, like this was not good. This was the scariest fucking thing.
I'm not big on the visuals. I like the giggly, the mind.
Yeah, and
the
see,
visuals
we were
fuck
going
me up.
into a bad trip. Bro.
Yeah.
We were going into a really bad trip. So we sat down. We were like looking at these trees, and these motherfuckers started growing. Like, and I was like, dude, this shit's scary. So like, we laid down in the yard, and I sat down. I forced myself. I had to like, I'm starting to walk around, panic, not get
Yeah.
comfortable. And I was like, fuck. So we got a speaker. Joey came out. He's like, sit the fuck down, first of all. I was like, there has to be a way to stop this. He's like, no, there's not, bro. He's like, there's not. That's the fucking point. There's not.
So you gotta ride it.
Ride the wave.
Exactly. Ride it. And so like, he put a speaker down. He played the lo-fi type beats.
Okay.
And then he like got all my paint shit. Started painting a little bit at that time. So got all my paint shit. Threw it at me. He's like, go crazy. Bro, when I tell you that painting on shrooms was the most incredible, wildest, most amazing thing that I've ever done in my entire life. I would dip my paintbrush in red, go to paint, and it would be green.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
I would take it, and I was like laying on the desk like this, and I was like twirling my brush up close to my face, and it looked like a woman dancing,
That's insane, bro.
bro. And I was controlling her dance, and she was making a smooth thing. I painted a
That's
circle.
poetic, man.
Yeah, it was weird. I painted a circle. I was going through that motherfucker. I was on a portal, and I was just like, the deeper I got, the farther I went.
That is insane, bro.
And
Like,
dude, I have a dude. Let me just like pull it up. I know they can't see
take
it,
a
but like,
picture
let
of
me. Yes, no. I took a picture of me like mid.
I don't know if you
like,
send it
peak.
to us, we could edit it in.
Yeah,
We
but
could-
we'll
on
do that.
screen.
But we let me find it, bro. It was absolutely insane. There it is. Like I have a picture of me laying there, bro.
That's some artsy shit,
Yeah.
Bro, look, I just like, dude, listen, when I was laying there, I like, this is mid-trip. This was like, here's the portal I was talking about. That's the portal. I went through that motherfucker. That's just me playing with the colors. That was one of the girls' dances. I called it Purple Rain.
Oh, dude.
It was wild. And then, okay, so if you look over here, there's these dots, these 3 dots.
Yeah.
So you know when you take wet paint and you dab it on a paper and you pull it looks like a Hershey kiss, kind of?
Like the way it
yeah.
kind of comes up.
It comes up.
Yeah,
Bro,
teardrop.
I picked up the paint thing and I was like, it's gnomes hiding. It looked like their hats poking out of the fucking thing. It was so funny.
Man, you had some strong ass.
Yeah,
shrooms.
that's-
Oh, dude, they were in some
Because
mid-Tennessee shrooms,
did,
baby. They didn't-
I did an
Mountain
8
grown.
on like
Yeah.
a nature walk at Big
I
Bradley.
couldn't walk anywhere. If I took what I took that day, which was an 1/8 mixed with orange juice, bro,
Yeah.
I'd probably be in a fucking mentalist.
Yeah. I don't know if I like being outside when I trip.
I do
'Cause
too.
if I'm inside, I
Yeah.
feel like I'm in a cage.
Yeah, you know, Mike Tyson used to take an ounce of shrooms, an ounce, not a gram, an ounce, and train.
That's insane, dude. I see on like Logan Paul's podcast and stuff, like he still like is really big into
Eats in them
psychedelics.
damn
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Dude, I get why they're illegal. Like, you wouldn't want, it blows my fucking mind to think that some places it is legal.
Yeah.
Because I think it should be like, I don't know. Like, I just like, I don't know. I don't think it should be illegal, but I don't think it should be legal because motherfuckers were walking around doing the shit I was doing that day.
Yeah, like driving and shit. You're like,
Yeah,
oh,
bro.
God.
No. Yeah, there was no point. No
Yeah.
way I could drive. And like just the anxiety, like the shaky, like feeling it gives you, like it's
Yeah.
even though it's fun, it's not good. You
You're
know,
on a
you're-
roller coaster the whole
Yeah.
time
Dude,
with
the
psychedelics,
whole
bro.
time.
That's
You're not
why.
in control.
Yeah, that's why it's
Yeah.
like it's not like I don't think it's a recreational thing. I think like when you do a psychedelic, it's like a trip. That's why they call it a trip. You know, so I feel like you do a trip every now and then. You understand yourself. You understand these things. It's like
Yeah.
it's supposed to be like, you know, once in 2 years. You know, 3. 'cause
See, my bad. Didn't mean to interrupt
oh,
you.
you're fine.
I just like I hate sounding like this person, but when people say like so before I did shrooms, people used to be like, dude, shrooms changed my fucking life, and I was like, you're a fucking crackhead. Like, no, the fuck it didn't.
That's what I thought
But
too.
bro, it opened
Once you do
me
it.
It
to
does.
a weird world that I didn't know that I could live in.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that's the world we're supposed to live in, but sin became a thing.
Yeah.
And like
Oh,
I feel
Lord.
like I feel like it was like
deep, bro.
Deep.
but like I don't know. I feel like our punishment was like to live with this. Like, you know?
I don't know. I think shrooms, a lot of psychedelics did influence a lot of religions.
I'm not saying I believe that, but like that's a theory that I've thought of. Like, what if like this is what
Well, have
Adam
you-
and Eve were doing?
Have you heard about
Yeah.
the stone ape theory?
I don't know.
It's like so it says like these animals, right? These mammals, not monkeys, but types of primates, whatever. They
Yeah.
would follow these cows, right? And they started eating mushrooms, and that's when they understood like to a deeper perspective, and they kept on eating them, and later they gained consciousness, awareness, you know, and everything.
Yeah.
And that's what I think for a lot of people, a lot of the way the world kind of not started, but as far as like with religion, with this or that, a lot of people are taking a lot of psychedelics
Yeah.
all the time.
Dude, and that's what like I believe in God 100%, Jesus Christ. I
Yeah.
believe God came down in human form as Jesus. I believe that's a real thing. As crazy as it fucking sounds, I believe it's a real thing.
Well, yeah, I believe there is a God. I'm reading this book Logan gave me. It's called Conversations with God, and
Cool book.
Yeah.
It-
Are you a Christian? If you don't mind me asking.
I mean, I grew up Christian, but at the point I'm at now, it's a little.
I
Yeah,
think-
hard
now
to say.
see that's exactly how I feel. Now that I've actually been through life, I'm like, it's a
gotta
God,
start-
but it's not like that God
I
that
think,
I was told about.
You
Well,
gotta
you know-
start making meaning
well, you know-
for yourself. And
Yeah.
What,
I feel like we almost
what
have our own
reciprocates
God.
You, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we almost have our own God.
We are the book that it describes is God is inside. It's like we're all God's.
Yeah,
to
God's
a certain,
inside of- that's exactly
to
what
a
I
certain
mean, yeah.
extent, and I think that you know how people separate Jewish, Muslim, Christian. You know they all pray to the same God. Allah is the same God the Jewish people pray to, that Christians pray to. It's just different prophets. Like Jewish people believe there is no prophet. Christians believe Jesus is a prophet. Islam, they believe Muhammad
So
was
it's
a
different
prophet.
like connections to the God.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah.
I think there is a
Wow,
God.
I never thought about it that
but
way, but
there's-
that actually like low key just stuck with me.
Yeah, that like I feel like God, he
Create.
uses certain people that are closer to his mindset that can get to understanding
him better.
a
It's
higher
almost
thought.
like our group of, it's like almost like there's a guy behind us and you're Buddhist, you're Christian, I'm this, and we all just bring him in.
Yeah.
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 I feel like that's how religion was made too. Is like, yeah, there's one God I truthfully 100% believe in, but then different people put their different twists on things, and then there you go. You have 5, 6 different religions.
Exactly.
And human nature, they're gonna say, "Oh no, mine's the right way.
You want to be right.
This is the right
Yeah.
way." Start
Each other.
wars and everything, so it gives it a bad connotation.
Yeah, and see, like a thing for me, like about religion, I believe in excuse me, I believe like partial religion, some of it. I do not want to be quoted on this at all, but like it's like it was kind of put here for people not to like go absolutely berserk and kill each other.
We talked about that,
We
bro.
talked about that.
Yeah.
in one of our podcasts.
It's like,
it saves the poor from killing the rich.
yeah, exactly. And
Because
it's
what's
like,
to stop them from going to kill the king, taking over?
exactly, and like I feel like there was a rule book there put there that's like kind of imaginary. Which I mean, I'm not saying I'm gonna go kill nobody or anything like that. I'm just
No.
saying like
Well, that's why I think a lot of them, they talk about, they talk about religion, the great things that comes from it. They also do talk about the punishment for bad things, and
Yeah.
I think people put that there, men put that there, to kind of back what they're saying.
Yeah.
I don't think God has a punishment for this, a punishment for that.
Yeah.
I think it's your own punishment for living the way you do.
yeah,
But I think men put that in there to instill fear,
exactly.
let me follow this so I don't do this.
Which isn't necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah.
No.
There's certain things like
Morals.
Everyone needs morals.
Yeah,
bro.
they-
Yeah. Yeah.
And see, like, you know what? The biggest thing that's been in my life is karma. Like, that's like if I do this, especially with, like when I was like trapping and stuff, like doing shit I shouldn't have been doing.
You kind
If I
of
did-
carried that with you,
If
You
yeah,
do something
like
you
the
weren't
bro, like
supposed to do.
yeah, it's kind of like something that like I would do something bad, like getting some kind of altercation or this, or take something from somebody, and then my shit would get taken. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, just the world goes around, comes around. Why does it necessarily have to be bad?
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
I definitely believe in karma, dude. Like you'll get what you put out.
Yeah.
The energy you give people is what you're gonna end up receiving. It might not be the
100%.
same day, the next day, but eventually it's gonna come back on you like the wrong you've done.
Yeah. Do you let me ask you this, since we're talking about what goes around comes around. Do you guys believe in like love, like for real love?
I do.
Like you believe like you'll fall in love with somebody and be with them the rest of your life?
I definitely do, bro. I mean,
Yeah, I do.
I feel like
It's a little
I
bit
don't know.
harder because love is an emotion, and
Yeah.
emotions come and go. But I mean, if you love someone, you love someone. It's whether you can build a stable relationship while having love.
Yeah.
I think that's. I think you can fall in love with anybody, whether it's good or bad. But if you can be in love and have like a partner that you understand how they think, you understand. There's so many emotions that you have to understand with it. I
Yeah.
don't think not soulmates, but you have to build that kind of thing. It just doesn't.
It's like an investment.
It is.
Yeah.
Like,
And, like,
you invest in a person.
And see, my thing is like, so imagine like, it reminds me, the best way I can put it is, you remember the like little squirrel from Ice Age that loved acorns?
yeah.
Like imagine him seeing an acorn, and this is the world we live in today,
Yeah.
and then him being dropped in a pool of different acorns, and he's just gonna be like looking around, starstruck at that one, that one, that one. And I feel like you can't love only one thing nowadays with the internet and this and these girls at the gym wearing half-ass booty shorts and like, you know what I mean? Like it's almost like if you want to love somebody and be with them for a long time, you got to get off the internet. You got to do this. You don't have to, but what I'm saying is like 99% humans won't do this, but you got to really like buckle yourself down. And instead of it being natural, you got to force yourself to be in the relationship. And 9 times out of 10, it doesn't work
Yeah.
because you're forcing yourself.
I definitely think relationships in today's society are a lot harder just for the fact of like you said, it's like people are on display for you to see almost. And, there's people hitting you up on all these different apps and this and this.
You got to find the people that are genuine.
Exactly.
You know?
And genuine. And,
That's
and
hard to
almost like
find.
the people that have been hurt. Like you have to find somebody who's been fucking broken down
Yeah.
and build themselves back up in different ways. Not just love, but maybe it was
Life.
through the gym. Or it was from somebody in their family passing. Or it was somebody like, like a big thing they don't talk about. I remember my ex-girlfriend when her mom died.
Yeah.
And she like dumped me, and it was like really bad for me anyway. It was like when my grandpa died, I couldn't imagine being with anybody. I almost feel so bad for her because like I kind of like tried to force a relationship right after her mom died.
Yeah.
Like imagine if my mom died, I wouldn't want to be with anybody. So it's like I'm sure I'm hoping she's a better person now since then. And I'm definitely a better person that I am now since my grandpa passed. But like at the time, that was a growing stage.
It was.
That was a God saying, hey, I need to grow by myself. I couldn't imagine being with somebody. So like if you find somebody that has been like that, like who has literally like lost everything all at once and then regained it back, like that's the people you want to keep around. People that almost like don't ever get on the internet.
Yeah.
Or don't ever, like I feel like if you're in a relationship and only like say if I'm dating a girl, I'm on the internet all the time. I have to be for my brand.
Yeah,
who I am.
That's different. Yeah.
And I feel like if she's not perfect, it balances out. But I feel like if she's an Instagram model and she's doing this,
It makes it harder. And
and
thinking about it.
Yeah, there's two fucking boundaries there. Like it's just like
Well, yeah, I think a lot of it's for like attention. Like with girls now, they can get attention from anywhere.
dude, girls can fuck who they want. Guys fuck who they can.
Well, but
100%.
But guys marry who they want. Girls marry who they can.
Exactly. Damn, I didn't think about that. Damn.
Yeah. So you get to that
balances
impasse,
Yeah.
With it's you try to find a girl that, of course everybody wants attention, but she loves your attention.
Exactly. And it's like all for one. Like
Yeah.
that's like with something with me. Like I'm big on like the music shit. I don't give I wish I had I'm not saying I wish I had a girl. I don't wish I had I'm vibing. You know what I'm saying? Like every day I wake up and I go to sleep. Like that's I want to be in a good mood. That's my goal. I don't care if I'm with somebody or I'm not. If I am, cool. If not, I'm still well.
Yeah.
But my thing is like if you have somebody who's dragging you down, like it's so blinding. You don't realize it until it's too late.
Yeah.
That's what they love.
I know that feeling.
Yeah. It's like it's weird. Like there's so many people have pulled me away from my goals and stuff, and I was like so blinded by the feeling of love, and it was like so unintentional. They didn't mean to do it.
Yeah.
They didn't mean to. They just didn't even realize they were doing it because it's like
That's why I feel like real love is like almost a support system. Like when you're doing anything, that person
Has your back.
They got your back.
Yeah,
from
like it's hard when you meet somebody who can't hold your back because you expect them to have your back all the time, and the one time they slip up, you almost want to blame them.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, bro, you didn't have my back all the time.
Yeah.
Even though sometimes I'm too busy to have your back,
Because
Yeah.
it's easy to expect a lot from somebody, but then it's harder to like
Give
give
it back.
that. Yeah.
I think you just have to find what jives with you the best. Like everybody's different. Everybody thinks it's about a certain way. Everybody needs a certain thing. Everybody needs different things. And I think if you find somebody that fits you and you fit them, that's perfect.
Yeah.
It's all about how well you
Like, build
jive.
each
Yeah.
other
It's
up.
not just a spark of love.
What's very
you know?
important is being away from each other.
Oh yeah,
That is so important.
abstinence makes the heart
Codependency.
fonder.
Yeah, like you
Like
cannot
dangerous.
depend on each other. Like that's something that like I try to
Well-
stress to myself is like so many days I want to be with a certain somebody and I'm like, dude, just fucking go home. Like
Yeah.
get your shit done.
I don't know. I like
I like being around.
I
people,
won't-
like
I won't-
most of the time.
I need human interaction.
if
I got about
yeah.
2 or 3 days in me. I'm done. Like, I
Yeah.
gotta go back to my cave.
Yeah,
I need a breather.
yeah. I think when you do find the wife or whatever, I do think you should be codependent on them because you're building a life. You're establishing different things, and you have to test run it. You can't just be separate and then say let's get married, and then now you're codependent.
And see, that's
Sharing a bed.
that's such a problem nowadays. It pisses me off so bad. And this is it sucks to say because like if I was if I was looking for a girl, they'd be like, fuck no. But it's like, why does everybody just want to like settle down right now? Like,
Yeah.
we're in our prime. Bro.
Yeah. I
Who the
agree.
fuck said that you cannot get married at 40? Like, who
Yeah.
gives a fuck? It's your life. Like, fuck with people or find somebody. Like, it's okay. You don't have to put a fucking ring on
That's
it
why
yet.
divorce rates
Well,
are
you
so
don't-
high, dude.
Well, yeah, but I don't think you have to. You can still do you got to find somebody that supports you. Like you can still do great things with somebody.
Yeah.
Not saying you got to get married to them, and because usually when people get married, they have to settle down. They have to have these kids. You can be with a girl.
Yeah.
You just have to find the girl that supports you for your ventures, for this life you're about to prepare and try to do.
And wants to venture with you.
Yes.
And dude, this is what me and my friend were talking about the other day. I wish that marriage was renewed every like 3 or 4 years.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like, because imagine if you were like, but then again, you got to think the government works how it does, so they're not going to make money. So imagine like you and a girl together, and you have to renew your marriage in 4 years, and here
like a
comes
sports contract.
Yeah, and here comes that 3rd year, and you're like,
kind of want to trade.
You're talking to her. You're like, I don't know if I'm gonna re-up on this contract.
Say both of you guys say it's like both of you guys. You're like, yeah, we're just not gonna renew our contract. So take the ring off. Your contract expires.
And that's that.
You have your name back.
No prenups.
You go file for it. It takes 1 day. That's it.
I think that takes the significance out of marriage, though, when you do that.
It does.
I don't like the idea of marriage like 100% just because, like you were saying, like the government's not gonna make money. Like I feel like that's what marriage is. Like
Half of marriage is a girl wanting to go like this in the club and show they have a fucking ring
it's like, bro, what if I put a ring on your finger?
and didn't go to the fucking courthouse.
Y'all are hanging around the wrong women. Y'all are hanging around.
We've been hurt, brother.
Y'all been hanging around.
I've been
the
hurt
wrong
before.
women.
My heart been broke.
Y'all going for city girls.
I've
Y'all
been
need to
broke so many
y'all need to
times.
find a girl that's gonna cook for you, man. That's gonna. Hey, do you drink enough water? You get some food. You know.
Make sure you're
You
taking
want the
care of
nurture.
Yeah,
That's what you want, Hunter?
Yes. I won't. Yeah, I like the ones that
just-
care,
you
the
can't-
sweet ones.
You can't look. That's when you fuck up. When you look, like shit just comes out of nowhere and it's good.
Wait, what?
Like when
You're
you
not
look
looking
for a
for
girl.
it.
Yeah, when you're not.
Yeah.
Okay.
I never understood that. I always be like, I'd be like, yeah, I'm not looking for anything, but then I have Tinder on my phone.
Yep.
Or I'm not looking for anything. Then that girl's fine as fuck. Let me give her my number. You know, dude, that was the hardest part of moving to Tennessee. Is being distracted by women.
and you're meeting all these new people.
But I've learned they're all like college girls, and they're
Really?
all like we're ahead of that. You know, like we're ahead of that.
Our mindsets are
We're too
the
ahead of
Broadway
that.
girls, as
Yeah,
Morgan Wallen said.
yeah, like they're literally Broadway girls. And, like,
Broadway girls.
and it's just like not like they're cool and they're hot, but that's about all they have going for them. It's just being hot.
Well, yeah, I think in today's society,
Looks are fucking everything.
like you look on a boat, right? A
Yeah.
yacht. I'm pulling this from Andrew because I believe it. You're on a yacht, right? There's 2 dudes and there's 50 women, right? For dudes, they have to have money, power, influence, look decent. They have to have stories, experience, and everything. And with social media and how the way the world works now, girls just have to buy lipstick, look pretty. You know, I feel like there's a lot that a man has to do to, get to that status. You know,
Yeah.
And I think social media has made it harder for people to have relationships.
Dude, you know how many like when I was meeting, like when I met Gucci Man in Florida, bro, like he like the stuff we're talking about, like it was like he could snap his fingers and have 15 tens ready for a video.
Yeah.
What if a girl you know what I mean? Like these aren't girls that are like have anything. They just like are down
They just look good, bro.
and like it's like almost like they didn't even qualify. A man has to qualify.
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
snap my fingers and have 15 tens ready for me on the yacht because I got to earn that
You
shit.
gotta have that.
I got to go
status,
through the
bro.
struggle and earn that shit.
Yeah.
You know how cool it'd be to go get 15 girls and the yacht ready for a video.
I think it's kind of funny,
Of
though.
course, they're gonna want to do it too. Like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm hitting on the yacht. Like,
I think it's kind of funny, because when women become, so powerful and successful and everything, they don't do that, Like when men become powerful and successful, they're like, oh, let me, get these girls out here, let me do this. But women, they get powerful, successful, they might have a husband, but they don't
they're not
care.
surrounding themselves with a bunch of buff dudes with
Yeah.
12 packs. You know what I mean? Like,
because I think, like it kind of goes back to the social media and everything about, or not social media, but finding a genuine person that,
Yeah.
like
Who doesn't care about what they look like on social media.
that's not there for their looks. They're not there for this and this. Obviously, it's important in a relationship how y'all look. So you got to be
You
sexually
gotta be
attracted to each
attracted
other.
to 'em.
I
Yeah.
hate bringing this up, but I swear to God, when Juice WRLD said the prettiest girls have the most evil face or whatever, who said pretty
Yeah,
girls
yeah,
have the evilest whatever? I can't remember. Sorry, Juice.
I remember what you're talking about. but
Yeah,
word for
dude,
word.
I dated an Instagram model all 2021. She has like 90K, bad as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
She treated me like shit for 7 fucking months straight, and I was so tied to it
Yeah.
because she was just so bad. And
that, bro.
nobody ever treated me that bad. I cannot believe I even fucking stuck around for 3 months, bro.
Yeah.
yeah.
And it was like so like just blind, like it sucks. It sucks. It like
does.
really like affected my life in a way. Kind of not too bad because I'm just unstoppable in my
Yeah.
mindset, but like
Oh, yeah.
but like to know that like I was like, oh, I got a baddie, and like
Yeah.
I'm about to look good with this
And
girl.
that's probably her mindset, though. Like,
Oh yeah, she was like, oh, I got this lame ass wannabe rapper from South
I'm
Carolina.
a badass bitch. I'll talk to him the way I want to talk to him.
Yeah,
This, this.
and ditch me and like go dip off and go to parties, then realize the party wasn't that lit, so she called me back, want me to pick her up. Like, it was just so fucking lame.
Yeah, and you're there.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, You're just feeding into her.
And then the moment she like left, I made the fucking best music. Every girl that left me, I made hits.
Yeah.
You gotta be heartbroken.
Thank you for that fucking. Thank you, every woman who broke my heart. I want to say thank you so much.
Yeah, it kind of gives you gym motivation too. You're in the gym. You're like, I'm gonna stun on these hoes. You know.
Yeah, I was 120 pounds when I started working out. I was 120 pounds.
Tiny.
I'm 165 now. That was when I turned boy to man.
That's 40 pounds of muscle.
Boy to man. I was, and none of it was any kind of steroids or anything like that.
That's hard work.
How much do you focus on your diet? Like, what do you eat?
It's horrible, but I have actually lately been very dialed in, and especially with MMA.
Mm-hmm.
I think cardio is so important now. I used to hate cardio. I don't run, but I do like jump rope.
Love jumping rope.
It relaxes me. Like, if I got anxiety, I go for a run or do some cardio.
Yeah, I
feel like
running.
it clears the mind.
The runner's high is a real thing.
Yes.
It really is.
It feels like for me, the first 10 minutes of the run is harder than the last 10 minutes of the run.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
It does, yeah.
It's like I'm dialed in at that moment.
The best cardio I've ever done, though, or the hardest, my bad, not best, but the hardest is like rolling around with somebody. On BJ, doing
because your
cardio.
whole body
Dude.
is strained.
My abs always hurt so bad, and I'm like, fuck, I need to get abs.
When I used to wrestle, like if say it had to go to points, that is the most tired I've ever been. Like they talk about fighters gassing and giving up.
Yeah.
That's because they are just so drained that they don't even care what happens.
And see, like, that's my biggest fear is like going to UFC is fighting a 5-round fight and going to decision. It doesn't scare me because I'm so sharp-minded right now and I'm so good on my feet, but it's just like, fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck. Like,
Yeah.
If you're good enough, though, you never have to go to a decision.
and that's the goal, man. I'm trying to
those
knock
hands
everybody out in
heavy.
the division. I want Connor. I want Oliveira. I want everybody.
I don't know about Oliveira, man.
Oliveira
Oh,
would
yeah.
Hop on that back.
Oliveira would
out.
whoop my shit. Oliveira,
I feel like you
Israel
and Patty
Adesanya.
are about the same body build.
Okay, so that's what me and my friend were talking about.
Patty, yeah.
That was one of the things me and my friends were talking about. We're like, I was telling him, I was like, bro, you know how I have dreams for music? Like, one day I'm going to do the arena, one day I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
I said, I'm having dreams with the UFC. Like, I'm having dreams, like real ones, like I did for music. The shit that kind of alerted me that, hey, I could do this.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them was fighting Connor. And my friend was, bro, I don't think you're going to fight Connor. I think by the time you get up there, he'll be too old or just be out of it. He said, I think you're going to fight Patty. And honestly, bro, with Patty's skill level, bro, if I train from now for 4 more years,
You could take him, bro.
bro, I think 100%.
Especially you
yeah.
say striking is like where you excel. I think,
Yeah,
you know?
and do my striking's good, but my I'm sharp minded. Like I can
Have
just.
you thought about doing any amateur fights?
I got offered a fight in September, but I didn't take it. I didn't
Okay.
take it. I was offered in Knoxville to fight at this place called Coyote Joe's. It sounds crazy, but they actually like it's where Ovent St. Pro, the guy who fought John Jones,
Yeah.
he hosted it.
Oh, wow.
So he was like, "Yo, you want to fight?" He's like, "There's a dude I know you can beat," and I was like, and he was like, "Bro, he's awkward. Like he's been training for a year and a half, and you're whooping dudes in here that have been training for 2 to 3 years."
Get your tune-up fights in. Get a little.
But my thing is, bro, is like that's like right after my show, right? I'm just not. When I fight, I want to
wanna
be
be
locked
focused,
in, bro.
yeah.
And I had to drop 10 pounds. It's a 155
Yeah.
fight. I'm
That's
165.
I think it's the hardest part in fighting. Is
I couldn't drop
Weight
10 pounds
drops.
right now. I'm straight muscle, bro. Like I'm nothing else but
You
muscle.
probably had to just sit in a fucking sauna all
until
day.
it just came out, and I was
Yeah.
dying,
Lose all
bro.
that
Yeah,
water weight.
that's how they weight cut.
I
They'd
want to
just be
fight at
dead.
165. I'd love to fight at 165, but when I go down, I went down before to like 157. I was
You're a
fast
pretty
as
tall
fuck.
dude. I think you could fight 175. You're pretty
Well,
tall, pretty lanky.
I've been
Put
up
a
to
little
one-
bit of muscle.
I've been on the one. So the heaviest I ever got
Mm-hmm.
was 175, and I felt like absolute shit. I had bad knees from skateboarding my whole life.
Yeah.
So when I got to 175, my knees were like literally feel like they were like bro.
carrying that weight.
Dang.
Yeah, like it was weird, bro. Like it was like
Just sluggish.
yeah, just sluggish. I was not fast on my feet, and then I started doing MMA. That's when I started. So I started at 175, but then when I like got into it, like 3 months in, because of all the cardio, I dropped like 10 pounds. But it was like 10 pounds that my body wanted to get off me. It was nothing
Yeah.
that I wanted to like now I'm at 165 and I'm ripped. So I'm like my body's like no more. Like I don't want any more off of me. So I would have to like battle my body to go down to 155. But when I'm at 155, bro, I'm fast as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm fast as shit, and it's like natural fast. Like it's not like I haven't been in the game long enough. Dude, I've been training for 6 months, maybe. Let's being real 5.
You have talent. Now it's just honing in on your talent, you know?
Yes, exactly. It's a talent.
Sharpen
I've
your
noticed
skills.
exactly.
Yeah.
I've noticed that I have a talent there. It's time to sharpen it up, like you said.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro.
That's kind of how your music worked, too.
Exactly.
kinda
That's
how-
what I'm scared of.
That's how we started this podcast, because
too
me and
good.
Dawson, we'd just be sitting there just
Talking.
And we was
Exactly.
like, dude, we gotta start a podcast.
And
you
dude,
know?
and it's like you think about it, you're like, I want to start a podcast, but then you do it, and you're like, oh, bro, I started a fucking podcast.
Yeah, it feels great.
I
bro.
started fighting. I was like, damn, I'm actually fighting now.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy
Our
shit.
first podcast, I think we talked about 20 different things in 30 minutes. We was
We
everywhere.
had no clue what we
and
were
then
doing.
and then as it goes on now, I mean, it's just like we had a knack for it, and now every podcast we feel like we get sharper. We understand things more.
Yeah.
We understand conversation's kind of like a dance.
I feel like
you know?
our conversation flows just continue to get
Yeah.
better. You know.
Yeah, and
Like
that's
keeping the
yeah.
chemistry.
It's kind of like a dance, you know. When you have a conversation with somebody, you can't just.
Somebody's leading at one point, and then somebody else jumps in. And
Yeah.
Yeah, if y'all are talking over each other, it's not a fucking good podcast.
Even just talking is like an art, man.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, you're an artist, Austin.
Yeah, it's
Picasso.
weird, bro. It's like half the shit. Like I don't know, bro. This music was weird. That was a weird thing for me, and I'm glad that I did. You know, I tell to people this all the time. Like people ask me, they're like, "Are you where you want to be in music?" And I'm like, "Bro, honestly, yeah. Like I'm cool. Like I took over my hometown.
Yeah.
I fucking sold out a show. I'm about to do an arena, and I'm starting to fight, and I like it.
Yeah.
It's like
You think-
bodybuilding became a thing.
You're still gonna
Staying busy.
keep on making music and everything.
My contract ends in December,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't want to say I'm done making music, but I'm definitely going to put my focus into stuff like my podcast and my fighting and my
Other ventures, yeah.
and other ventures, and really like dial in and see how good I can get, because
Yeah.
you know it's been 5 years.
Test the waters while you're in your prime. You know what I mean?
Exactly,
Yeah.
bro. It's been like I told myself, I said, I remember I heard the baby made it in 7 years, and I was like, I'm gonna give myself 5. I was like, because one, I'm gonna not cut corners, but speed up the process, and that's just like as long as I'm gonna give myself.
Yeah.
And when this contract ends in around January of 2015 or 16, I can't remember, I dropped For My Boys. So January will be like the 6th or 7th year that I've done music.
Yeah.
So it's
It's
kind
crazy, dude.
Been in
It
a
flew
long time.
by. It was such a blessing to meet all the people I did.
Yeah.
Like just to be able to experience what I did and like be in
Yeah.
those studios and feel like Hollywood. And
Yeah.
but you know, the more Hollywood I got, the more I realized I didn't really want it.
Yeah, you didn't
Yeah.
like it.
I mean, I like it. I like it. Don't
Well,
get me
yeah,
wrong.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just like, how do fucking people live like that?
Yeah.
Like, how do people live like with this act of like doing?
Because you gotta put on like some kind of
persona.
mask
Yeah.
almost.
And
Gotta
see,
be
like,
an entertainer.
see me, like, I realize like I want to be famous, but it's for like doing stuff like this, like talking and being me.
Being genuine.
Not
yeah.
walking in the building and say, yo, it's Semo in the building. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, it's just like, which I did for 4 years. And it's like, bro, that's not even fucking who I am anymore. That
Yeah.
kid was 130 pounds and barely could fucking hold his hands up.
You're a man
Yeah.
now. You
I'm
know?
a fucking man now. And it's like,
Yeah.
do I give a fuck about like walking into a club that's run down and fucking 13 people in there and hoping to God the show goes well? Like, bro,
Yeah.
I'd rather be in my own space knowing I'm safe,
Oh, shit.
making money, being myself.
You're opening up an arena though
Yeah.
soon.
See,
I mean,
the arena show is gonna make. I
that's-
don't want to say it's gonna make or break my music career, but it's like,
Yeah.
bro, after this contract, like I'm really dialed in other things, and it
Yeah.
might be like a 1 year type thing. I might come back out with fucking country music that's bomb and might blow up.
You've been hanging around Tennessee for 2 months. You got all country
Tennessee is
music.
getting my ass.
There you go. Ooh.
I love Tennessee, bro. It's so beautiful there. What a fucking great state.
How's it downtown?
Damn,
In-
so I work.
in
So
Nashville.
people don't know that. Or in Nashville. So
Oh, well, where do
I'm
you-
in Knoxville.
Okay,
Knoxville's
okay.
where Peyton Manning went to school.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So like,
Is that where Tennessee? That
Yeah, University of Tennessee.
Ooh, man, we gotta come up there and go to a football game
Party
here.
town.
so I can get us all tickets. Y'all can come up there and do whatever you
Oh,
want to do.
man.
I
Lit,
have
bro.
somewhere to stay. Like,
Yeah.
me and her go. We walk down fucking. There's a street called Gay Street. Gay Street. It has nothing to do with like gay pride or anything. It's just what it's called.
You walk down there a lot.
He's walked that road.
Trying to make friends out there.
So it's a beautiful ass like road of skyscrapers, and
Oh, really?
Yeah.
it's like basically like a straight road, and then it goes like a square, and this is Market Square, and it has the best food. I work like over here in this area, and I walk every day with a coffee, and that's what I do when I moved there. I like moved there, and like I was like, I'm gonna get up every morning, 8 o'clock in the morning. I don't know anybody. I went, got a coffee, walked, talked to people. That's all I did.
Yeah.
And
Instead
I,
of staying in the house, like, well, I don't know anybody.
I stood there in the house for a week and almost fucking blew my brains out, brother. I was
Yeah.
so fucking scared. I'm like
Yeah.
so nerve wracking. Like, well, I was like, okay,
I bet it was.
now it's time to do music. And I'm sitting there thinking in the back of my head, I'm like, go back to Bowling Springs, go to LMX. Go back to Bowling Springs, go to LMX.
Yeah.
Like, no, fuck that. I said, fuck that. And then
Yeah.
I made some friends, and we hung out. And then I went to some places like the Quarry, which I went swimming.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I started going fishing a lot, and then I started walking these rivers, and then like I was like, oh, okay, like I'm making an actual like home for myself.
Just fell in love with the place.
Yeah.
Dude, and it's like the people are nice, the food's off the chain. I'm with the broskies. Like we're chilling all the time. Like we're going to these crazy places that people in Spartanburg have never seen with their eyes and couldn't believe it if they seen it. And it's like 2 hours away. And I'm like, oh, okay, like this isn't so bad.
Yeah.
The market there is crazy. Like there's nobody. It's a brand new big city, almost brand new big city. Nobody does anything.
They don't have a state tax in Tennessee, right?
That's what I was
Dude,
thinking.
there's no state tax. But
Oh my god.
so I buy a car and it's like $500,000. It's $500,000 US dollars. That's it.
Yeah, none of that.
Dang.
Oh my
Flat
god.
rate.
That's an expensive car.
So, but the thing is, like, you go to the grocery store and what you'd spend like $90 here is like $130.
So everything's a little more expensive.
Yeah.
That and I think they tax the food.
Oh, they got a higher percentage on like the food and
Yeah, I
everything.
think it's like food tax. But the thing is, bro, is like Tennessee is like, God, bro, it's so I just can't explain it. You can't explain it till you just move. And like when you come back, you're like every single time. It's like my 7th or 8th time I've came back to Bowling Springs since I moved, or not Bowling Springs, but Spartanburg. Every time I'm like, this shit sucks.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm never
Because you've done everything there is to do here a million times, dude.
Like we couldn't even find something to do yesterday. I went with my little brother, and we're gonna go to the Big E all the way in Gaffney. And I'm like, that's all the way in Gaffney, bro. Like I'm not trying to go. Like so they went, and I didn't even go. I was like, I'm ready to go home. I got to go fishing in the morning. Got the podcast.
Bro, you can't even go fishing in Spartanburg. Like I got.
You got a ticket,
for
didn't you?
trespassing, yeah,
bro. So
you can't go anywhere.
There's a law in Tennessee, right? I might be wrong, but I've heard of it, and I do whatever the fuck I want. You can literally like walk anywhere on the Tennessee River and fish. Nobody will say anything to you.
That
It's
is
a law.
beautiful.
Oh, that is nice.
You got game wardens everywhere here, like waterworks putting up fences. Like they don't want you fishing for some reason.
It's It's just like because people take the fish. For some reason, people eat largemouth bass.
Like go to Walmart and buy
stop.
fish.
Hey, this is a fucking.
They
This
don't
is
even taste that good.
This is a
Public service
PSA.
announcement.
You are not supposed to eat largemouth bass. Stop doing that. Stop.
It's all
like
the fishermen out there.
You gotta catch and release.
it's literally not a thing. Like people that do that are fucking weird. Stop eating largemouth bass. I'm gonna post that on TikTok.
Smallmouths are better though.
Dude, I've been catching hella smallmouth in Tennessee, and they're so fun. We go and walk this river, and it's like a foot deep, and it's cold as fuck. And then you just like it'll be like from me to the door, and like you just throw your line right there, and the river's like moving fast, and you clearly can see there's no fish there, but something bites your fucking hook out of nowhere, and it's a smallmouth. Yeah, it's fun. But
I feel like you like hunting, man.
I don't like killing things. I don't know if I could like shoot a deer and watch it like die, bro. Like I'd probably choke it out.
Oh yeah.
And then like let it come back to life. Take a picture with it.
Everybody
He hunts
bite
with
it.
his bare
I
hands.
could try.
Yeah.
See, if you ever see me hunting in the forest or if you ever see me fighting in the forest with a grizzly bear, help the bear.
I don't.
Be like Khabib, dude.
I feel like hunting's like nature, you know.
Yeah,
I
do
always
too.
enjoyed it because when we go hunting, if we kill something, we use every bit of it.
Yeah,
Every bit of it.
And see, I've eaten deer meat. That shit busting. I ate alligator too. Like last
Alligator's like chicken, isn't it?
2 weeks ago, I think 3 weeks ago, I went to Florida with my boys, Elliot, John, and Matthias, and we went and I ate alligator for the first time. And why the fuck does everything taste like chicken,
It
bro?
does.
What the
It
fuck?
does.
I think chicken tastes like everything.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that's crazy. The first time I ate alligator, I was like 12. It was like at a place called RJ Gators or something. And
It's literally made for alligators.
yeah, and I was like, this is y'all got me chicken. Y'all got me fucking chicken. And
I don't think I've ever had alligator.
You've never had alligator? Dude, it's not bad at all.
It's
It's
not
good.
bad.
Dude, I ate it with ranch.
I ate it with honey mustard. Yeah,
Honey mustard? Are you a honey mustard fan?
a big honey mustard
Do they
guy.
grill it? They grill it?
Oh, honey mustard.
Like I fuck with ranch, it's okay, ketchup, but if I'm gonna pick anything, I get honey mustard with anything.
Dude, so
On everything.
Okay, so I'm the same way. Honey mustard, I eat it on my steak. I eat it on my chicken tenders. I cut up steak and dip it in honey mustard. That
Yes.
shit's busting.
Yeah,
That shit off the chain, gang.
honey mustard's the shit, man.
I think it's the best sauce in the world.
Without a doubt. There's
ranch.
nothing. There's
ranch
nothing
is gas, though. You know what somebody put me on the other day that was absolutely did not know if my whole existence of life was good? Fucking Chick-fil-A sauce.
Oh yeah, dude.
What the
Pretty good.
fuck? That
honestly,
shit was busted. You gotta try it
I don't
twice.
think I've ever tried it.
You're a honey mustard guy. You got to try it twice.
It's kinda like it?
I tried it the first time. I was like, "Ooh, this is barbecue sauce," but then you got to get past. It's like a 2-way highway, bro. You got to get past the barbecue sauce, and then it's honey mustard.
It's like a honey barbecue.
Yeah, it's like
honey barbecue. Yeah.
but it's
buy
like
that stuff in the
mustardy.
stores.
It's
Really?
good. Yeah, you can buy it in stores.
Big old bottles.
Yeah. Over here at Food Line, they got that. I was Dawson recently put me on mustard. I used to hate
Ugh, I
mustard.
fucking hate mustard.
I used to hate mustard too.
You wait. I think I remember you used to eat mustard on everything.
Bro, I put mustard on anything, bro.
Mustard's pretty good.
Mustard is the shit.
or ketchup.
Nah. The only thing I don't fuck with is mayonnaise.
Ooh, remember
stand
Mr.
fucking
Brown?
mayonnaise.
No, you weren't in my class.
Dude, I could eat a tomato and
mayo.
mayonnaise sandwich.
No,
Okay,
just-
I literally
Toasted
watched this
bread.
guy eat a tomato and mayonnaise sandwich on the boat today, and I was like, "What the fuck
Yeah,
are you doing?"
This is
Something's
sick.
wrong.
It's not bad. It's not
Cut
bad.
that motherfucker up with
See,
a fishing knife.
It's a two-way street with that, man. You gotta get
Past the mayonnaise.
Past the mayonnaise. And you're like, oh, this is creamy. And then it's just-
Oh my
I don't
god,
know if that's what I want to think about.
you don't,
Creamy is
you don't
my-
like creamy?
That's
I
my
like
ex-girlfriend's nickname.
creamy. That's her handles.
That's Ms. Mayo.
Collar Dukes.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, man.
Wow, that was
I
fun.
feel like we hit a lot today, bro.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Yep. I think.
I hope we hit enough. I think we did.
I think
yeah,
so.
we-
Definitely.
We'll be
good.
back for more.
Oh yeah.
Next, I gotta get you guys on mine.
Oh yeah, for
Dude,
sure.
that'd be so
We'll
fun.
come to Tennessee.
We'll come
just
to
be honest.
Oh
Tennessee.
yeah,
See,
spend a weekend,
Take a
get
field
fucked
trip.
up, and
Yeah.
like, go
I'd be
watch
down
a
for
game or
that.
something.
Oh yeah,
I
that'd
think
be
go
fun.
snowboarding or something out there.
Yeah.
while we're out there.
Well, it's not even like that though. Like it's kind of like far to do that.
Oh,
I thought
really?
it was like a lot snowy and stuff too. It's really not. It's hot as fuck.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Like even in the mountain parts?
like it's like 75.
Damn.
Dang.
We could drive. We could go somewhere. And you like snowboarding, don't you?
Yeah, yeah.
You do too.
He put me on, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, you did.
Well-
You're
He's a
snow-
guy.
I love
I
snowboarding.
go a lot.
Logan's good.
This
Bro.
will be my
Hell yeah.
second time.
So, yeah, I'm down to get you guys on
Okay.
my podcast. When
That
I get
sounds
started,
great.
that's just like a plan.
Yeah.
You know, like I just
Well,
don't even know where
she
to
told
start.
us whenever you got a plan, it comes in to fruition.
Yeah.
Fruition.
There you go.
Fruition.
Third time's a charm.
Yeah. All right, guys.
I had
Well,
a blast today. It was so good being on the
Yeah.
podcast. Thank
All
you
right,
guys so
guys.
much.
all right, check us out next week, guys.
All right, and look up Austin Semo, man.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Stream
for sure.
Austin Semo
Yeah.
all over the world.
Uh,
PTSD, John Wick, Loyal, all out now.
And when's your show again?
September 3rd, Greenville, South
September
Carolina,
3rd.
at the Bon Secours Wellness Arena. I think
Yeah,
it's called.
the Bilo.
Just look up Lil Baby. September 3rd. I will be there. I'm the first act. I'm absolutely crazy. It's my first arena show, and I appreciate everybody for the
Yep.
support. Thank you. Too much thought. It's been a blast.
Oh
All
man,
right,
thank
guys.
you.
We'll see you next time.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.